Hello, fellow travelers! It's Neil here.
And I'm Kimberly.
And this is To Travel and Tour TV! It is Wednesday evening. I'm making sure that I'm saying Wednesday evening because it wasn't too awful long ago that we changed our time from the 5:30 p.m. to the 9 p.m. So, yeah, I have to get used to that for sure, but it's a good thing. Anyways, my goodness, we have so much to talk about.
Oh my gosh, there's so much to go over. Oh my goodness, so much.
Not just we.
No.
Not just we. No.
No, we have some really, really big special announcements.
Yeah, but it is not our announcement. No, it's not our announcement. So, anyways, as you may have noticed in the TTT community, when I announced tonight's live stream, we will be having a special guest tonight.
Yes, we will.
So, this special guest wanted to make a special announcement, a huge announcement in our live stream, which we think is absolutely
wonderful. We're
fantastic.
So happy.
Absolutely.
So happy.
So we're not going to do that right off the bat. First, we would like our live stream to warm up a little bit, and then after maybe half an hour, 45 minutes, depending on how many fellow travelers we have in the chat.
So share it out.
We are going to bring our Dewey in the live stream, and we're going to have him announce the big news himself. So what else is going to be going on tonight? For those of you who are in here already, and I see that in less than 3 minutes already, 14 fellow travelers. Yes. That's promising for sure. Of course, we're going to be talking about that short cruise that we just came back from.
That was really great.
Fantastic.
I had a great time.
And whether or not Kimberly changed her mind regarding Coco Cay. Did she or did she not? So that is something. And of course, behind us, as is customary in our live stream, we have another background for you to guess. So we will be doing that as usual as well. Oh my goodness, are we 21. Serious? We have to 21 fellow travelers in less than 3 minutes? That is rare. Fantastic.
You start saying hello to people.
Yes, that's exactly what we're going to do. But before I'm going to do that, a quick reminder for everyone who is in here with us right from the start. Yes, if you haven't done so yet, please do hit those thumbs up for us. We would very much appreciate that. And be sure that you are actually a fellow traveler and make sure that you are subscribed to our channel. Preferably with the notification bell on.
Yes.
Why? Because at least every other day there is something new here at To Travel and Tour. It can be a vlog. It can be a live stream, but no 3 days go by without something new from our channel. So by hitting that notification bell, you will be at absolutely zero charge. Be notified as one of the first ones whenever we have something new going on. All right. So let's get to the chat. I've been talking long enough about what's all going on. It is Dewey in the house. What a surprise. What? No red M&Ms in the green room. Nice. Welcome in, my friend. As I just announced, we will be bringing you up here in a little bit. I did see Nathan Rita earlier. He had left a comment. So, Nathan, if you are catching this, thank you so much for popping in and saying hi to us. Always appreciate it. Meg W in the house.
Hi,
hello there. And what am I doing? I almost forgot to play Dewey's clip. That's bad. That's bad. Of course, let's welcome our friend here. That's right. He exchanged the state of Illinois for the state of Florida. So no more cold weather for Dewey. He is out there in Florida now. Like several other of our moderators, I'm sure that sooner or later we're going to be coming across some of them. So welcome back, Dewey. We traveled with him. Just came back really from a trip. He was on there along with some other fellow travelers and some new fellow travelers who we met. Okay. I'm going to go back to the comments here. Hey, the Duchess of Drinks in the house. Hola, TTT. Miss you guys. We miss you too.
We miss you too. It's been forever.
Way too long ago since we traveled with you. So we need to change that. Something's got to be done here. This is really taking too long. All right. And of course, we have the clip for the Duchess here ready as well. From the state of Kentucky, Duchess of Drinks tuning in. Welcome back, Megan. Travels with Cheryl Annette in the house. Hey guys, what's going on? Always good to see you in here. Travels with Cheryl Annette, regular here in the International Travelers Hangout. I see greetings being exchanged among the both Megans in our community. Hashtag Megan Gator. Nice, I like that. Dan Zolci in the house. Hello, hey, Dan. Thank you so much for joining us today. Once again, a regular in our live stream. I like seeing that too.
Let me know when you want to get together, Dan.
Yeah, that's right. We will be meeting Dan and his wife here in
hopefully
soon, because we discovered that, you know what, it's really not that far. So we're going to be traveling west, and they will be traveling east, and then somewhere in that border region between Pennsylvania and Ohio, we will be meeting up with them. Jeffrey Resendez, our Jamestown baseball commissioner in the house.
Jeffrey.
Welcome. Once again, a regular in the live stream. Awesome. Sir Gary of the Beaches.
Hey,
well,
Gary.
Speaking of fellow
travelers. I
travelers.
haven't seen you in forever.
Yeah, I know. That has been such a long... It must have been at least like 3 whole days.
I know. It's terrible.
I know. That's crazy, right? Anyways, our Gary, who we traveled with, is since not too long ago also a moderator in our live stream. And we have a very catchy tune that we felt fits Gary.
Yep.
So let's welcome him.
There you go.
From the state of Georgia, Sir Gary of the Beaches, joining us once again for our live stream. Welcome back, my friend. Jamie Amtrak Travel. Hey, Neil and Kim from Punta Cana, having a wonderful time. That is fantastic,
I'm so glad
Jamie.
you're having a good time.
I'm glad to hear that. I'm more so glad that you're safe out there. That is good. So thank you so much for popping in our live stream. Speaking of friends here,
woo!
Ronnie and Alma, the Woo Crew in the house from Life is Good Today. Woo! Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us, guys. Always good to see you here. Weather is great, says Jamie, out there in Punta Cana. That is good to hear. Greg Carter in the house. Hey there, Greg. Thank you so much for joining us. Yeah, I'm going to speed up through the comments a little bit because there's a lot coming in, and I'm 7 minutes behind in the chat.
Yeah, you are.
All right. Through. I see 32 fellow travelers in the chat right now. That is fantastic. If you haven't done so yet, please do hit those thumbs up for us. And if you wouldn't mind, please do share it out. Let's see if we can get some more fellow travelers in the house. Because later on, Dewey from Dewey's Destinations has an absolutely massive announcement to make. The likes of which, as I put in my Facebook post, have never been seen here in the To Travel and Tour live stream. So it's going to be a special moment for sure. Mary Ellen Dillon is in the house. Hey, Mary Ellen, thank you so much for joining us. Absolutely. Another fellow traveler we have traveled with. You know what? I really enjoy how more and more fellow travelers that are popping in here. Yeah. We've actually met in person.
It's amazing.
And we have traveled with them.
I love it.
It's fantastic. Gary says he's ready to come on. Okay. Nice. Let's see. Gary asking where Marcia is.
I don't know. It wasn't my turn to watch her.
What the heck? She said she was gonna pop up. I'm sure sooner or later she'll pop in. Dawn and Heather from Texans Who Travel. Hello there, guys. Hello, I hope you all are doing great.
Oh, good to see you guys.
Thank you so much for joining us, and as always, it's a pleasure to see you right now. Texans Who Travel, also fellow travelers we have traveled with.
Yes.
That has been too long ago, though. We need to change that too. Them and the Duchess and Nick D.
Yeah, we need a big group.
And yeah, we definitely need to get together again.
I need some more to drink.
And travel together once more. Jamie Amtrak Travel saying hello to everyone. Lucy from MGM Family Traveling House. Hey, Lucy. Welcome. Now, there is also a name indeed who goes a long time back in our community, MGM Family Travel. They hit an amazing milestone not too long ago. 5,000 fellow travelers. Can you believe that?
That's wonderful.
That is getting serious for you guys. So it might be a little bit late, but
Congratulations.
It is indeed a bit more personal this way. So congratulations once again.
Lots of meetings and greetings.
Lots of meetings and greetings. Yes, indeed. I see we got both Stokes in the house. We got
Hey,
Alma as
Alma.
well. Hello there. Always good to have Alma with us. Party with Peck and Artie. Hello there. You know, I really like the name of your channel. That is so awesome. Peck and Artie not too long ago started their own channel. And if you haven't checked them out yet, please do so. There's long-standing members of our community. So I'm sure that they could use a few more fellow travelers. Sherry Awesome Sunset. Hello there. Welcome back. More meetings and greetings. And there she is. There is one of the fellow travelers we had the pleasure of meeting not too long ago. Like as in
days.
3 days ago. Well, a little bit sooner
time.
than that.
What just absolutely fantastic fellow traveler.
I'm telling you,
Chris.
Marcia and Chris, I travel with them again anytime. We had a blast.
We had a great time.
They are a lot of fun for sure. So first time in for them in here. So welcome. More meetings and greetings. See the world with Chris. Hello there, Chris. Thank you so much for joining us today. There's another long-standing member of our community. Chris, you've met him more than once.
Yeah.
Him and his wife, Laura. If Laura is out there somewhere, Chris, please tell her hi from us. Holly Aries in the house. Hello, Holly. Good to see you today. Let's see. More meetings, greetings.
Yes. We're trying
Paul
to
Vines.
everybody. Hi, Paul.
Yes, that's right. I didn't see Paul yet, so here he is. Hello there, Paul. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Then let's see, Peck and Artie greeting us. Hello, guys. Then scroll through meetings and greetings.
Make sure we get everybody.
Yep. Trying to get through there.
Yeah.
Well, I'm getting there.
I think we're.
It's almost like a slot machine. Ding, 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 ding. Maria Norris. Hello there, Maria. And we traveled with her too. She was in the group trip that we just came home from. That's awesome. Her and her husband Robert. If Robert is out there, please tell him hi from us.
Hello.
The Duchess is saying 32 in the house. Let's smash those likes. Yes, please do if you haven't done so yet.
Please.
And once again, I'd like to ask of everyone, share this live stream out because the announcement that is going to be made here in a little bit, it is big, guys.
It's really big.
Massive what Dewey has to tell us. So please, let's get as many fellow travelers in here as possible. Jeffrey says, I hope everyone has a great night. Just need a couple days myself. My brother, girlfriend, the dog to sleep today. Oh, okay. I'm so sorry to hear that, Jeffrey.
Well, we hope we will give you lots of warm vibes.
Oh, absolutely. Troy Stencil, how do you do, homies in T3? What adventure are you two up on now? We just came back from one, Troy. A short but amazing cruise to the Bahamas. We're going to be talking about that here in a little bit. Maria to carry. Hello there, long time no see. I know, that's great. Lucy saying, oh, thank you guys. Well, hey, you're absolutely most welcome. Glad to have you with us tonight. Let's see. You got some greeting here in German to Meg. Thank you, LOL, Spec and Artie. Absolutely. Mike Jackson. Mike. Hello there, Mike. Thank you so much for joining us tonight here in the International Travelers Hangout. Another moderator has been spotted, Eric B. Hello, party people. Driving at the moment, but hello, everyone. Well, that's perfectly okay, Eric. Of course, you can use our live stream as if it were a radio show. Not a problem. And also, we're going to be playing your clip here since not too long ago, moderator.
Say hello to everybody.
Yep. All right. From the state of Louisiana, that's Eric B. tuning in, moderator here in the International Travelers Hangout. Welcome back, Eric. All right. So for those of you who are not yet aware and just popped in of what the program is going to be consisting of tonight, of course, we're going to be talking about that cruise that we just came back from. That is on the schedule. Behind us, there is a brand new background for you to guess. We're going to be doing that as well. But I would say that the absolute biggest highlight today
Oh, yes,
is
Dewey!
what Dewey from Dewey's Destinations has to tell everyone. So we will be getting to that here in a little bit. Gary pointing out 22 out of the 35 apparently have been hitting the thumbs up. And if it is your first time here, hit the subscribe and notification buttons. Yes,
Thank
please
you,
do if you
Gary.
haven't done so yet. Thank you so much for that reminder, Gary. Oh my God. I don't think that is quite the announcement that he has, Sean and Ilana.
I'll be
but
surprised. But,
welcome
you
to the
know.
live stream. All right.
Although
good.
Dewey would be the most surprised.
For real. Let's have a look here. What else? Okay. Ooh, looks like Dewey says, Sean, you weren't supposed to say anything until after the show. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. We'll go with that. All right. Good. So,
Let's talk about the cruise.
yeah, that is what we're going to be doing first. Yes.
We're going to talk about that a little bit. First of all, this was my first time in an inside cabin, and I lived.
As did I. But not that we spent a lot of time in there.
No. And I think me and Neil are kind of split on this. I personally said, given the choice, I'll always take a balcony. But with the right offer, which I do have coming up here soon, I will take an inside cabin again. Especially like the trip we have coming up.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going.
Right.
It's going to be me, Jake, and Dewey.
Mm-hmm.
And I got an offer on an inside cabin that's incredible. And I'm going to be able to have my own cabin.
Well, that's what McW was pointing out. Their inside cabins are just for sleeping. Yeah, and you know what? For the 3-day, I will say it did work out because, in all fairness, we were just out and about most of the time, spending time with the fellow travelers that were with us.
Although I will say our cabin was...
Or that we were with, because this was not a TTT trip.
No, it was not.
But, yeah, once again, thank you so much for the invitation to Gary and Dewey and Robert and Maria.
We appreciate it.
And thank you so much to Chris and Marcia for having us.
Joining.
Yeah.
And like I was saying, I will say this, though. That inside cabin, although I was okay with the cabin, it was in the dumbest spot on the ship ever. Okay?
It really was. It was like going through a maze to get there.
You had to go through a maze, travel through a portal. And then none of the numbers made sense, and it was a twilight zone, and then you came upon the room.
Yeah.
It was just not in a good location, so...
Yeah, we even by the time the end of the cruise came about, we still were not exactly sure how to get to our room, because you would think you can just take an elevator anywhere, go down, get to your room. Not quite. If you were past a certain point, there was no way of like getting past it without going back a floor up, then hop
several floors up, in fact.
Yeah, and then go down again. So yeah, it was a bit complicated to get to, but again, it was just 3 days.
It worked out.
We spent a lot of time with our fellow travelers.
If we were in the cabin, we were either getting ready or sleeping.
Yeah. All right. Quick look at the comments yet. Some more came in. Gary says, yeah, that was a dumb place.
It was.
That's for sure.
It really, really was.
I see Rob from Cruising on High Seas has joined us. Welcome in. Hey, all and TTT. What's happening, YouTube? McW says, ooh, Twilight Zone is not a good place to be. No, that's for sure. And Sherry here says, I love the balcony cabin because it gives me my own private space to enjoy the ocean, going by as I am getting ready or whatever. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, Neil and I usually, like I said, if we have the option, we definitely prefer the balcony cabin.
Yes.
And, but like I said, I think for some of these other ones, if to take the inside because you're not in it.
Right, exactly. So, we had to, says Marcia.
Good.
Yeah. So then about the destinations.
Yeah,
so there was two.
There was two. To be honest, we did not get off the boat in Nassau. No. We actually, and by the way, to get off the boat, to get off the ship in Nassau, you have to have proof of your vaccination with you. Mm-hmm. You have to have your passport with you, and you also have to have your negative COVID test with you. Yes. So you have to carry everything with you off of the ship. So that was kind of different. That's new.
Yeah.
But we did go to one of the stops and got off the ship.
And that would be Coco Cay.
Yes!
So before we talk about that, let's talk a little bit about what happened again last time we were in Coco Cay.
Okay, it was Coco Cay.
It was fantastic. I had a great time.
No.
Why was
No.
it Coco Cay according to you at the
Well,
time?
the food was terrible. There wasn't hardly anything there, and birds pooped on everything, including your food. And birds were also dive bombing seagulls and taking food off plates. I mean, it was just terrible.
Well, it didn't steal my food. I was out in the
'Cause
water
you didn't
swimming
eat.
and snorkeling.
Well, this time, okay, first of all, we did go to the, what was it called? The beach club. And we did,
Yes.
so we did have that available to us. So that was great. And that is an extra charge. Now, it was like $89 or so. And you can spend the whole day there. And it includes your lunch, and it's as much as you want. And it's not just like, oh, let's have a burger. I mean, we're talking lobster, we're talking filet, ceviche.
Wait a minute, Kimberly. It almost sounds like you had a change of heart.
Oh my
regarding
God,
Coco
yes,
Cay.
big time. This was absolutely amazing. I would go back in a moment.
Well, they sure must have done something then. But in all fairness, they did. They revamped the whole place, and it looks absolutely amazing. I had a great time last time. I had a great time this time.
Mm-hmm.
So Coco Cay, definitely a stop I would go back to any time, really. Some things to highlight out there in Coco Cay. The water slide, of course. Even though I didn't get to go on there.
Now, that isn't part of the beach club. That's just for
No,
being over there.
that is not part of the beach club, and it's really high up. Really high up. But you can see it from virtually any side of the island. It's that high up. And they had like some sort of a hot air balloon. And it really worked in a similar fashion as a hot air balloon. You just kind of would go in the whatever you stand in, and then it would go up. The only difference was it was attached to like ropes, like very long cables. So the balloon never really came completely loose from the ground.
Mm-mm.
But you did go up a good bit, and I can imagine the views you would have had from there. So yes, definitely recommend Coco Cay to check it out if you haven't, or if you haven't recently, because it is not what it used to be. They really did a great job revamping the place, and it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. They also had those little cabanas out on the water.
Oh yeah, those are really
That's pretty
cool
awesome,
too.
huh?
Yeah, you have to book into those.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to go back to the comments here because we're getting a lot of them in. Let's have a look here. Marcia said, too much to do to stay in the cabin. Yes, that's absolutely correct. Yeah. Gary says, on this last cruise, we couldn't beat the price, though. No, that was for sure.
It was amazing.
Yeah. Sherry says, with the balcony, I feel like I'm not missing out on anything while I'm doing things in the cabin.
That's true, too.
Yeah, you got that right. That's a lot, says McW. Yes. Rob asking me to drag out the tube in YouTube. Well, Rob, I hope I did you a favor with this one. Look at that. We got 40 fellow travelers in the house. We have not hit that number in a very long time.
Yeah,
that is fantastic. So welcome in if you just popped in. And if you haven't done so yet, please do hit those thumbs up for us. We would really appreciate that.
And if you're new to the channel, please do take the time and go ahead and subscribe.
Yes.
We have a lot going on all the time.
At least every other day.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Okay, I'm going back to the comments here. Rob is making a very good comment. Or is it Coco Cay? Okay.
It's Cay.
So officially, Cay is a little bit more correct than Cay. However,
their marketing is Cay.
They're marketing it as Cay because they always advertise about perfect day at Coco Cay. So I guess they just kind of ran with the mistake.
Yes, marketing.
Yes, of course. Sherry says that the beach club looks amazing, and it was, Sherry. It really was. Definitely recommend it. McW said she heard the tzatziki was awesome at the beach club.
It really was.
I really liked the ceviche. The ceviche was
amazing.
freaking amazing. Loved it. That was delicious.
So good.
Yeah. Gary says, let's be honest, Robert revamped Coco Cay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you are not aware, Robert Norris, yes, husband of Maria Norris, who we traveled with.
Yeah, had a lot to do with that.
He had a lot to do with that because it was his company who did all the, the water feed. Yes, like you just said. Nick P in the house. Hello from Florida. He is with magnificent Germany with Darian. I saw some posts coming by,
You
Nick.
know what? I think it's kind of funny.
That's great.
We leave Greensburg, Nick arrives in Greensburg. We leave Florida, Nick arrives in Florida.
Yeah.
What in the world?
We're kind of doing like tag. That's so funny. I see Blaine from Rayleigh Creative Traveling House. Hello there, Blaine. Welcome, welcome. Oh, that's so good to see so many very familiar faces here from folks that were with us right at the bare beginning, right when the very first cruiseathon was organized, when the pandemic broke out. That is fantastic. Welcome back, Blaine. Dewey says everything was awesome at the beach club, but no live music.
Yeah, that's true.
True. That would really have been the icing on the cake if there would have been live music, but hey. Can't have everything.
I really liked it.
What does Troy say? That sounds like the flights in the Middle East who would walk around with a sock and some sand swing like horses.
Oh my God.
Lucy says, I spend more time on my balcony on Scarlet Lady than any other cruise.
Really? Why is that?
Yeah, Lucy, you got me curious now, and Kimberly too. So why is that? Beck and Artie are saying Robert's company does amazing work, and we got to see that. Tell about the ground, the floor in the pool.
Oh yeah, the pool.
That was interesting.
Okay, like you're used to it getting in and it being hard and it being tile. It's actually, I don't know what it was, but it was thicker and it's cushy.
Yes, which makes it really pleasant to walk on.
Yeah,
Robert pulls us over at some point.
Yeah, he said, put your foot in here.
Put your foot in here, stand there. Oh, that was great. That was really great. They should do that in every pool. 3 Souls Paranormal. Hello there, neighbors. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I see some meetings and greetings then. Rob says, no, Kim, it's called Hide, Go, Seek. Tag your hit. LOL. I know, right? Chris is asking, who's Robert? Robert Norris, Chris.
Norris.
I'm not sure if you've traveled with him yet.
I don't think so.
Yeah, maybe you didn't meet him yet, but we have like a couple of times now. And he's awesome.
I love him and
he's
Maria.
Awesome. Him and Maria, fantastic fellow travelers. Absolutely. Dewey says the pool is lined with a PVC liner that makes it nice. Yeah. Yes, that's exactly right. That is what causes that. Lucy says every balcony has a hammock. That's incredibly comfortable. Oh, that is why you spend so much time on there. That is great. Ruth Todd, hello there. I'm here, but just listening. I need to work on dinner, but I'm certainly paying attention to the audio. Hey, Ruth, that's absolutely nothing wrong with that, of course, and great to have you. If good old Steve is out there, please tell him hi from us. 3 Souls Paranormal says, sorry to be missing your streams. My new job is working.
Days.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, that's a bummer. But hey, we're glad you're here with us tonight, so welcome back. 3 Souls Paranormal from Pittsburgh, that is, so that's around the corner. It's great to also have local neighbors out here. That's great. And then we are all caught up. Okay, so about the cruise ship itself. Royal Caribbean's Independence of the Seas.
Beautiful ship.
Had not sailed on it before. What's the verdict here?
I really liked it. It was a nice ship. You know what? I'm going to be honest with you. It was a nice ship.
Mm-hmm.
Most cruise ships are nice ships. Okay. What makes all the difference in the world is who you're traveling with. When you got a great group of people, I mean, everything else would have to be pretty bad for you not to have a good time.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, it had been downright terrible. We had such a nice group with us. I mean, so everything seemed wonderful. And so I'm going to go with everything was wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
And the food was good. I will say this, the embarkation process was pretty darn smooth.
Yes.
And getting off the ship was very smooth as well. No problems with anything.
I really like the ice skating performance.
Yeah, he enjoyed that very
was
much. I did
a
too.
great show. So the Independence of the Seas actually has a special ice skating theater, so you will. It's not the same as the regular theater, but it's an actual ice skating theater. And there's plenty of places where you can sit, and they do a show on the ice on skates. It was absolutely magnificent. Very much enjoyed that. Chris says here, we booked a trip last night, taking my mom to Niagara Falls for Mother's Day. That is awesome, Chris.
We love Niagara Falls.
We've been there back in, I want to say 2015, and I cannot imagine it being any less amazing than we found it to be back then. So you'll definitely enjoy that. So that's good. For sure, says Dewey. And Rob says, okay, Neil, it's time to spill the beans. What's up with Dewey? We're going to bring him on, don't you
I think
worry.
we should bring him on. It's
we
like
are,
a half hour in.
I know. We are going to bring him on.
It's a half hour in. I can't wait. Mexico.
Okay, usually you raise your voice with Mexico and not so much by can wait. You reverse the order today.
Because this is bigger than Mexico!
Well, anyways. Chris talking to Sherry, and Sherry then saying, the ice skating show is totally amazing, Aurora. Yes, we found it to be the case as well. Okay, so it's Dewey announcing his engagement cruise. Haha. Well, we're not going to hold things up much longer, but we are going to ask of you if there are any fellow travelers that you can think of that would be interested in hearing this massive news. Please invite them now, because I'm going to bring Dewey on momentarily. I'm quite sure that he is bursting to tell the great news himself at this point. So
no, he's not excited. Not at all.
Mary Ellen says, yes, Kimberly, it is. Rob says, Chris, Niagara Falls, America or Canada? Oh, talking to Chris here. Okay. And Eric says that he finally made it home. All right. Good deal. Good deal. And Paul Vines says,
Mexico!
Oh, okay. All right. All right. Cheryl and Ed are pointing out that they will be on the Harmony of the Seas in 16 days. Chris says we get to Cruise Royal.
You never can keep your mouth shut, Gary.
January. That's awesome. McW says he's not going to talk. No red M&Ms in the green room. Oh, gee. Gary says, hurry, I can't keep my mouth shut much longer. Can't wait to hear about this epic adventure. Yeah. Dewey says we'll be in the Harmony in January.
And that's not the announcement.
That is not the announcement, though. No, you would think. All right. Well, anyways. It is, of course, major news. So I am going to play the clip, and then I'm going to bring Dewey on. So
here we go.
Dewey has some breaking news. Dewey, welcome in. Welcome in.
Good evening, everybody.
So, we have a full house, as you can see, around 35, 40 people, which is great. As you may know, our live stream usually doesn't get that many fellow travelers, but given the situation, I'm very happy that they are here because something may be going on you would like to tell them about. Let me see here.
Wait a second. We want to try to make Dewey bigger.
We're gonna try to.
Okay, what about this one? Does that do it?
No, that is not going to do it.
I thought this one.
What?
That one. Try that one.
No, that's the wrong one. I'm just pressing buttons at this point.
Dewey's gone!
That's not the right one. We're just gonna do it this way. Let's see. Oh, wait, here. There we go. All right, go ahead, Dewey. The stage is yours.
Well, I'm going to Mexico. No, that was a different one. Sorry. No, everybody knows how much I travel. God knows I do a lot of that. Well, I've decided I'm cutting back. With all the travels I've got going on the next couple of years, I think in 2024, I'm just going to take maybe one cruise. Except that one cruise is going to be 274 days long. The ultimate world cruise on Royal Caribbean. So I have made the decision to do it. Just do it.
That's exactly right. I'm going to put you back on here again. We pressed the wrong button. So here we go. Go ahead. Continue.
It's something when I heard the announcement a few weeks ago that they had this cruise, I thought, oh my God. That's one I've got to do. But I just kept thinking. And then this weekend, I dragged Kim into the next cruise room with me just to kind of fiddle with some little things that I needed to adjust. And had some questions that we asked the guy about the world cruise. And by the time he got done talking about it, I had decided to do it. So it's going to start December 10th, 2023, and I won't be home until September 10th of 2024. It goes darn near everywhere you can think of. I'm going to be in Rio for New Year's Eve. I get to go to the Antarctic. Get to go to, there's like 7 natural wonders of the natural world, or however they word that. And the cruise includes the tours there and the flights to get to the places because they're far inland from the ports. So I'll be going to Machu Picchu and the Great Wall of China and the Great Barrier Reef, and the Taj Mahal. And we'll even get to go back to Egypt in case we get to go later next year. So I'll have a one rerun there. But it's just we go up through the Baltics to Russia to Iceland and Greenland and China, Philippines and Australia and New Zealand and Hawaii and you name it. And I think we go there. I mean, it is going to be a heck of a trip. And the nice part, it's 4 segments. There we go. The first segment is from Miami. It starts in Miami. So the first segment is from Miami all the way down to Antarctica and back up to LA. Then the second segment goes from LA to, I have to research. I can't remember, but I think it goes through the islands in Hawaii and Australia and stuff like that. And then there's another segment that goes through all of the Mediterranean stuff. I think the last segment goes up in the north and through and all that and back around through Canada and back down through Florida. So once they start releasing that information, we're going to set this up so that if anybody wants to go on any one of the segments, or if you want to go on the whole thing, that you're welcome to it as well. But people could hopefully, if they want to, jump on different segments with me if they wanted to. So it's going to be a barrel of fun, and I just can't imagine what that'll be like. And it's hard to believe in just a little over 2 years it's going to happen already. So. And I'll be keeping everybody informed of what's happening on posts and videos, and hopefully we'll have good Wi-Fi so I can do some lives from all these exotic places. Oh my God. After I get back from that, I won't know what to do with myself.
Well, first of all, Dewey, massive congratulations from us, of course. If there would be someone from our community going on a world cruise,
it'd be you.
I would have guessed it would have been you. And this is going to be absolutely fantastic for you.
It was when they announced this cruise. As soon as they announced this cruise, I get a message from Dewey. How about getting me a price on this? Well, at that point, they didn't even have there was some information out there. I called and got the information and got him the price. And he's like, going to think about it. And we had some questions about how do you deal with medications and how do you deal with this or that. And so while we were, like I said, we were checking on some smaller things that we have going on and he has going on, and possibly looking at some prices for some other Royal Caribbean cruises. And I said to Dewey, I said, we're here. Why don't we just ask those questions, because we're going to get all the right answers right now. And that's how it all started. And the next thing you know, what happened, Dewey?
I just doing it.
Yes, you
did. That's for sure. For sure.
And like Dewey said, it is going to be 4 segments. And those are going to, I believe, go up for sale starting in December. So we'll have some more information about that. And anybody that wants to join Dewey on any of the segments can certainly contact me, and I can take care of that for you. And Mr. Dewey's going to be in a wonderful balcony cabin.
Yeah, no interiors for this trip.
No, there's too much to see.
Yeah.
And, and the wonderful thing is it does include the drink package. It does include laundry service. It also includes round trip airfare. Yeah. It includes a big gala party beforehand and hotel stays. There is just so much included. There really is. And it's an unprecedented amount of time.
Yeah.
To be able to do the whole thing like that. And that's what I told Dewey too. I said, honey, you're cruising every week at this point. And that's why he decided to cut back on the number of cruises he does.
Yeah, I was adding up all the days that I'll be cruising just next year alone, and I think we had found I was going to be pretty close to what it was going to be like on the world cruise anyway. So instead of doing 20-some cruises, I'm just cutting back. I'm only going to do one. Yeah, I'm going to make it a big one.
It is.
That's for sure. That's for sure. Okay, so what I would like to do is to go back to the comments and see if there's what everyone is saying, because I did see a lot of reactions come in, Dewey. So let's have a look here. Cutting backs is McW at first. Yeah, not quite. That's one way to put it. Sherry Awesome Sun says it's a big yay. And McW probably much to her surprise. Heck yeah. And here's the crazy Spaniard, Rafael. World Cruise. I knew it.
Yeah.
Welcome in, amigo. I'm going to...
He must have really been curious. He wasn't expecting to be here for this show. He wanted me to tell him afterwards because he was dying to know.
Yeah, I guess he was too curious. But anyways, thank you so much for tuning in, Rafael. I am going to skip playing your clip though, because there's a lot of comments to go over, but thank you so much for joining us. Wow, says Peck and RD. Holly says, that's awesome, Dewey. Lucy says, yay, just Dewey it.
You did.
Congratulations coming in from Gary. And the Duchess says, good for you, Dewey. Eric is just in awe. He goes,
wow. Yeah, I know, isn't it?
Sherry Awesome Sunsets is sharing in all the enthusiasm.
Welcome!
Yes. Lucy saying, so happy for you, Dewey.
That's one cruise I just couldn't. If I passed up, I'd never forgive myself.
Yeah, right? Yay, says Sherry. Elma is congratulating you. Congratulations from Paul. Mary Ellen is excited. A massive woo from the Woo crew. Troy just goes, wow. Becca go, holy mackerel. Yes. 11 wonders of the world, says Sherry. Sherry, congratulating you.
I'm number 12, right?
Yeah.
Man, that's awesome, says Eric. Mary Ellen is predicting you will love the Taj Mahal. And McW says, I mean, we're not surprised. And the Duchess here has a question for you. Does the cruise take care of the visas you need?
Generally, the cruises do that kind of thing. They'll let you know whatever you need to apply for. So we'll be able to take care of that as things go forward. But usually that's all included with cruising. And I do believe with this one it is.
All right. Sherry says, ultimate world cruise visit 150 plus destinations, 11 world wonders across 7 continents and 60 plus countries.
Thanks for that, Sherry.
How about
you putting that in.
Yes, thank you so much.
My dumpster list is definitely going to be shortened after this one.
Oh, yes, guaranteed. Nathan Rita in the house. Hello there, Nathan. Thank you so much for joining us. Troy's asking you, are you getting to visit Taiwan? I hear that maybe a place to see.
Oh, my God.
Such
Troy!
a comment.
Let's see. Sri Lanka, Malaysia, Singapore, Vietnam, Japan. Doesn't look like any Taiwan. South Korea, China, Philippines, Indonesia. I don't see any Taiwan in the list.
Okay. Cheryl and Ed are congratulating you. And Chris is asking, Dewey, what are you going to do with your pets and house while you are gone?
Well, hopefully by then they'll either I can find a good home for them, or unfortunately they are getting up there in years. Maybe they won't be around anymore. Who knows? But I'll definitely want to find a good home for them, because you leave them alone that long,
Yeah.
That would be unfair to them. I wouldn't leave them alone, but
Yeah.
unless I can find a way to take them with.
Yeah, there is that option too. Paul Vines is asking how much is it? I might think about it.
Uh-huh.
Sell your house and I'll see you there.
Yeah.
TJ and Kayla from T&K Travels in the house. Hello there.
Hi, good
Welcome
evening.
Welcome in. Paul, if you are interested though, for real, just message Kimberly.
I'll give you a quote.
And she will take care of you for sure. Rob says, how far will send me back to Dewey it for an inside stateroom? Just asking. Rob, as for you, just text message Kimberly and she will let you know. The Duchess says it is 5 million Kim and Neil points. Bargain at all. Oh boy. Gary says, okay, Dewey, Eve and I have talked, and since I'll be retired, we are 90% certain that we will be joining on the second segment from LA to China.
I'll take
That would be the most awesome thing.
Wow. Someone else is excited. And how can you not be right? That is just
It's
incredible.
like my face. Oh my God.
Beck and RD are saying, we'll foster your dog, Dewey, if you need us to.
Oh, how nice.
There you
There's an
go.
offer. And Maria says, Dewey, you're going to need to find a way to keep us informed how the cruise is going one country at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I wonder how I'll do that.
Yeah, so on that note, I'm going to ask the moderators at this time that we have in our live stream to put in the link to Dewey's channel. So that's Dewey's Destinations. Be sure that you check his channel out. Be sure that you subscribe to his channel. And you will exactly find out where he is going and how everything is going, basically. And maybe even he will get some more of that awesome drone footage that he has managed to capture before. He's good at that, guys. I'm telling you.
I'll definitely take my drone on this trip because I got to get some chances to get some good video with that.
Oh, for sure, for sure. So you're also getting congratulations from Texas. Don and Heather are saying, sounds amazing, congrats. And Rafael's asking, what ship?
What ship, Dewey?
It is on the I'm just all of a sudden I'm drawing
I'm
blank.
so excited I don't remember.
Oh goodness gracious. I gotta look at the things here. Serenade of the Sea.
Yes, that's it.
All right.
We got so excited we blacked out.
I knew it was a royal. That's all I could remember.
I know.
Rafael says, also let me know if you stop in Vigo, Spain. I will tell my sister to give you a tour and a meal.
Nice.
Yeah, I was just looking at the list. Vigo's not one of the stops, but there are quite a few other Spain stops on it. So let me check that list here again real quick. Let's see. We're going to Malaga, Cartagena, Valencia, Barcelona, Palma de Mallorca. Yeah, that's all the Spain stops. So
okay, so no Vigo. Okay, all right. Well, hey, it was worth a shot. Paul Vine says that's a wife shopping cruise.
Yes, Vigo, Spain. Vigo, Spain on July 19th.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it had some Portugal stops and then it added that Spain stop. So it kind of must loop around a little bit. So we do go to Vigo.
Wow. How about that? That's Rafael's hometown. Paul Vine says, okay, cool. Rafael, thank you so much for dropping the link to Dewey's channel. Also, thank you to
everybody,
our other moderators here, the Duchess, Gary, and Eric, for dropping the link to Dewey's channel. Awesome, awesome. So once again, if you are not yet familiar with Dewey's channel, you want to get familiar with his channel because this world cruise
is going to be epic.
I mean, that is truly a traveler's dream. Jewel of the Sea, says Gary, same as the Jewel. Okay. Yeah, it is indeed the Serenade of the Seas. That's right. Gary is asking, Dewey, did you get double points since you booked this year?
Oh, that would sure be nice.
I know he'll be the top tier by the time he's done.
Well, yeah, it should be top tier by the time I get there at the rate I'm going.
Yeah.
You do have to be platinum to go on this cruise. Which, like I told them, I said, that ain't no problem. I should be diamond by the end of next year.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, actually, to go on the cruise, you have to be the platinum in order to get the excursions included.
That's right. That's right.
Okay.
Yeah,
Rafael says, so it's all the Mediterranean side. Yes, you will be visiting that. And Mary Ellen says that she'll be in Vigo next November.
Wow.
How about that? Rafael cheering out loud. Yes. Anyone that goes there, let me know. Sean and Ilana saying, did you say you were coming to Australia on your cruise? Well, Dewey?
Yes. Let me see. Back here to Australia. We will be going to
He's going everywhere. He's going. I mean, it's, to be perfectly honest, with as big of a bucket list as Dewey had, this was the most efficient way to do it.
Sure was.
yeah.
Sure.
I mean, by the time you fly back and forth to all these places and put this one on the list, and well, maybe I won't get there, maybe I won't do this one this time. And this way, he's going to pack once.
Yep.
Let's see. You go to Hawaii, French Polynesia, Auckland, New Zealand, Bay of Islands. I go to Sydney and Newcastle and Brisbane and Arley Beach and the Great Barrier Reef.
So you got multiple stops in Australia. That's cool.
Yeah,
Nice.
We'll start south and work around the east end. So I won't be going around the west end, but I get to go to east end and up to the Great Barrier Reef. That'd be cool.
Nice.
Yeah,
Mary Ellen says, I think they announced it after the cutoff.
probably.
Chris then with a question, Dewey, if you're paying for the single supplement, I can go with your cabin mate for free.
Well, I have a feeling, like the guy said, with the rate that I'm paying and stuff, maybe by then I'll find somebody to go. Of course, you'll have all kinds of volunteers wanting to go. It's like, I'm sorry, whoever this person is that gets to go on this cruise, I want friends with benefits.
Yes.
There you go.
I don't blame you.
Cheryl and that's our signing off. Got to get to bed. Early day tomorrow. Good night. Hey, thank you so much for joining us tonight. It was great having you on board. And hopefully we'll see you again in here next time. Rafael says Vigo is one of the biggest ports they can hold any size ships.
Very good. Oh, that's wonderful.
Then it doesn't
This is
come.
a smaller ship.
Well, it doesn't come as much of a surprise then that Vigo is on the itinerary indeed. And Gary says if you get double points, you'll be pinnacle by the end. Gary,
was that big of a cruise?
We're going to Tahiti, Bora Bora, and Moorea. What else matters? Wow.
Yeah.
And McW says just how excited she is for you, Dewey.
Yeah.
Sherry then.
Can you imagine how excited I am?
Oh, for sure. Sherry then says explore Hawaii and discover the crystal clear waters of Moorea and Tahiti in unspoiled French Polynesia. Set out for Australia's Great Barrier Reef. Sherry seems like she's just reading a little bit in what this is all about.
Yes.
My goodness.
I've spent a lot of time the last couple of days on the Royal website.
It was so funny because he booked it, and it's like I don't think for either of us it like quite completely sank in right away. And then I woke up the next day, and we're going to be getting off the ship and everything, and then all of a sudden it just hit me. Dewey booked the world cruise.
Yes.
Oh my God, my Dewey's going on a world cruise! Ah!
Yeah.
I mean, and I was just like,
yeah, that's incredible.
And for booking the world cruise while we were on the cruise, Dewey also got a dinner for two at Specialty Restaurant and had the option to either go to Chops or what was it called?
Giovanni's.
Yeah. And he picked to head to Giovanni's, and neither of us had been there before, and he was kind enough to take his travel agent with him. And yes, and we had a wonderful dinner with a great bottle of wine. The food was really, really good. And I will say, It was a perfect filet. I had the filet mignon. It was absolutely perfect.
Finally.
Finally. And the appetizers were amazing. And they just, I mean, the service was absolutely incredible.
That's good.
Our waiter had been there, like 16 years on different ships, but he's always been in the same restaurant. So he really knew his stuff.
Yep.
And he was all about, making us happy. If there was anything we even expressed an interest in, it didn't matter what we ordered. He brought out plates of all kinds of stuff so we could try everything.
Yep.
All right. Back to the comments real quick. Eric says, this is a live goal type trip. Oh, of course.
It is.
Yeah, that is just incredible. Sherry says, you'll know what Mario feels like living on a royal ship.
Yeah. So by the time I get back from that one, it's like, wow, a little weekend trip will feel like it's nothing.
Oh, yeah, that's for sure. McW feels that is almost better than the Mexico reaction. Yeah, I think Kimberly is just as excited as Dewey is.
I am.
Let's put it this way. For the first time in 22 years, my chest was feeling like it was going to explode again.
I said, don't.
Yeah, I don't want to be knocking myself off yet. I got a few years to go yet.
Backbeat Rhythm, hello there, welcome back. So for everyone who just popped in the live stream, Dewey, maybe you can repeat what's going to be going on?
I'm taking a little cruise.
A little cruise?
Yes, it just happens to be 274 days long on the Royal Caribbean's Ultimate World Cruise.
Oh my God.
You name it, I'm probably going there.
Yeah. And like we said, it's going to be sold in segments as well. So anybody that would like to join Dewey can contact me and I can make that happen for you.
Yeah, that would be real awesome if I could get people on different segments that I know. But can you imagine how many people I'll know by the time I get off of that cruise?
I know it's going to be amazing because, you'll have probably a nice amount of fellow travelers that are going to do the whole thing. But then you're going to get an influx of new people to meet on each one of the segments.
Yeah, and all the crew that you get to know. You'll get to know them a whole lot more than just, trying to remember their name on a 3-day cruise.
How many times you cruise and by the end of the cruise, they know what your favorite drink is and they know, all that. My God, how much are they going to know about you by the end of 274 days?
They'll know more about me than I can remember. Probably.
I know!
So for those of you in the chat, it being said that Dewey will be going on a world cruise. If you have any questions, now would be a great time to put them in. We have already answered several, but as you know, that's how we roll here. We always look at the chat, see what's going on, single out comments. So if you have any questions regarding this world cruise, do put them in now. And we'll be happy to go over them and have either Dewey or Kimberly answer them for you.
And Gary made a message about the menus and stuff. That was one of the things we did talk about when we were talking with the staff person there. The menu will change frequently to whatever the area is that we're traveling in. So it's not like we'll be stuck with the same menu every week for 9 months. That they'll be fluctuating and changing, like when in all the different areas we are to have featured items because of where we're at. So it should hopefully be a culinary expedition as well.
Yes.
Yep. McW feels that you're going to need a bigger hard drive.
I've already got a big one set up. I'm setting up my own network drive here at home, so I don't need cloud storage anymore. And I can send it all and access everything directly, as long as I have internet access. So,
yeah. Gary
didn't
says
know I was going to buy this big of a cruise when I bought that, but now it's going to work out well.
Yeah. Gary says, do we get pictures of the menus? Wonder what they look like for 274 days.
You know what? That'd be kind of cool to just do, snap a picture and just do a video of all the dinner menus.
I'm sure we'll have a big variety. That should be exciting enough in itself.
Yeah. Chris then with a question. I wonder how many people are doing the whole thing? Is there any information about that yet?
Not yet. Like I said, it just came out.
I think they announced it when I was on the Virgin cruise 2 weeks ago. So
yeah,
or
and
3 weeks ago, whenever it was. So.
And I called about it before it was even actually for sale. Then they had opened it up that it was. So I had talked to get a price for due before it was even actually for sale.
Okay. Backbeat Rhythm says 274 days will grow sea legs.
Yes, you will.
Yeah, I bet I'll definitely do that. It'll be real interesting with some of the transoceanic parts of it to see what that's like, because there'll be, I think the longest one was like 5 sea days, and when we head down to Hawaii, something like that, that's the longest stretch of sea days.
Well, some of it too is scenic cruising.
Yeah.
Like in Antarctica, right?
Yeah, there, and I think some other places too, where you get to see everything, but it's more like when we went to Tracy on Fjords.
And we even make 2 stops in Antarctica, so it takes like a couple days, I guess, to hit everything we do there.
Wow, that's incredible. Backbeat Rhythm can stay on very long. It was a long night. Not a problem. Thanks so much for being here now. Chris is asking, will there be any special fly-on entertainment?
You know what? They're going to have to change the entertainment up. There's no way that they can't.
Yeah, I think you can only watch so many shows and hear so many singers for 9 months constant in a row.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure they're going to be bringing people on from different parts of the world too. So.
Yeah. Raphael is saying, wow, 274 days and only 2 stops at Coco Cay.
That's a hell of a way to get back to Coco Cay, isn't it?
I know.
That's for sure. Don't shave for 274 days.
Oh my gosh.
We do.
If I made it that long for 274 days, I probably still wouldn't even have as much as Neil does.
Really?
I'm just too slow of a grower.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think I had that much facial hair.
Yeah, you got a little bit.
Well, that's how badly I grow, though.
Oh, okay. Yeah, just to put it in perspective. All right.
I tried one year to grow. I stopped shaving right at Christmas time one year, hoping that by next Christmas I could have my own Santa beard.
Yeah, there you go.
I just looked like somebody that had mange or something. It didn't look good at all.
That's just saying ship will be too big to actually stop in Antarctica. It would be a drive-by, but still totally awesome.
Well, we have 2. We go to the Gerlach Strait in Antarctica, and we go to Darwin Bay, Paradise Bay, and Elephant Island in Antarctica.
Wow.
So I'm sure somewhere along the line we'll hopefully get off the boat, even if it's on a tender, and get taken over to actually walk on the ice and see the penguins and stuff like that. So right now they just they list the thing, but they don't go and list any details about any of the stops yet. So I'll be anxious to see when they start adding more information.
Yeah. Mary Ellen is asking, how many suitcases can you bring, Dewey?
I didn't ask and they didn't say, but I imagine I'm going to need more than just my 2.
Yeah, I would think so. And they do laundry as well.
That is
we get 3 bags of laundry a week, so that'll be easy to keep up with.
Yeah.
Because I can easily get by on one bag a week, because I often do that just because it's easier to repack the stuff they nicely fold than the way I do it.
True.
Yeah. Sherry says, can you imagine no haircuts? I know, right? I know.
Oh, that's what they have spas for. That's where I can put my haircuts. For the last 3 haircuts have been on the ships. So
that's true. Don and Heather with a question: is the drink package included, or is that extra for the World Cruise?
Yes, it is. It's all included.
Easy.
Can you imagine 274 days of getting drunk?
What you tell me that beard was fake? Chris has asked.
If you see any on me, then yes, it is.
Yeah.
Actually, we did ask about specialty dining, and they do, like I said, they're still coming out with different things for the cruise, and it does look like there is going to be a specialty dining package included. They just were not sure what yet,
Yeah, that size of ship doesn't have that much specialty dining,
Right.
so it's not like the ones that have 4 or 5 different added venues. That they may have 1 or 2. So, and for the world cruise, who knows what they'll have set up? So
Right.
Dutch is saying, yes, those are all drive-throughs. You have to be in a super tiny ship to get off on land in Antarctica, but still counts.
Yes, I agree. It still counts.
I'll be happy to get off on a tender and go onto the actual ice, so I can say I stepped on Antarctica.
Yeah. Hopefully you'll get to, like I said, we'll have to see exactly how it all unfolds.
Yeah. Mary Ellen is saying 9 months of your preferred toiletries is a suitcase alone.
True.
Well, I already packed 1 suitcase just with electronics, so that one I know I'll have.
Well, you know what, too, is keep in mind there's a lot of things that they do sell on the ships, too. I mean, so, and when you go to port, you can pick things up, too.
Right. And hopefully, I'm looking forward to seeing what they talk about in the way of what their formal nights are, because you know me, I love to get dressed up. So hopefully, being a world cruise, they'll have a little step up. And, we'll have some formal nights that we can do some special dress up things for. So that'll take more packing. And
yes, it will.
And yeah, like Gary says, I need both warm weather and cold weather. So
yeah,
because I'll be in many different climates. So that was hard enough just going to Alaska and Branson.
Sherry notes that Dewey will need one of those huge trunks like people used to cruise with.
Oh my God, a steamer trunk.
Well, I sometimes think I need that now.
I know.
That is great. Gary says, has Giovanni and Chops and maybe Izumi? Those are
that would be good. That would be good. I gotta have my sushi. Of course, then again, what better way to get sushi than to go straight to the source?
That's true.
We'll go to Japan.
I know.
How about that? Yeah, you could actually get sushi in Japan. Wow, that's
I want a picture of Dewey eating sushi in Japan.
And quite a few ports we have overnights in where we spend more than 1 day there because they're just so intensive. And I imagine, I think Japan is one of those ports where we will be there. Let's see here, back down to Japan. Okay. We got 2 ports in Indonesia, 2 in the Philippines. We're in Hong Kong for 2 days. Taipei. Oh, that's okay. We are in Taiwan. We go to Taipei, Taiwan, and China on 1 day here. So I guess I just missed it because I was looking at the China at the end. So we do get to go to Taiwan, Okinawa, South Korea, Beijing. We're 2 days in Beijing. And then a couple more ports in Japan again. 2 days in Tokyo. So we'll get a lot of Oriental exposure out there. 2 different days in Vietnam. We're in Ho Chi Minh and something else I can't quite read. It's blurred here. Not Nha Trang or something like that.
Wow.
And yeah, so we got a lot of awesome places. It's like, and a lot of places I'll have to research because I have no idea what they are.
I know.
Yeah, that's for sure. With so many places.
We're going to really be playing Where in the World is Dewey?
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. My map, the map I have where I could color in those kind of things, it's going to have a lot of things filled in after this trip.
Yeah. Sean and Alana are saying here that so much cruising would not be good for you and to take it easy.
I will sure do my best to try. That was one of the things I did think about too on this trip. It's not like I'm going to a whole bunch of ports I've been to before and I can just lounge around. I've got to do something in all these places because it'll probably be the only chance I get to go to them. So you will have to pace yourself on this cruise and be prepared to do a lot of stuff. So I'm glad that the way they have it paced out, I was looking at it today, there's a lot of, you're there for 3 or 4 or 5 days of ports, but then you have a couple of days of sea days. So there's enough sea day stuff interspersed in things that it looks like you can kind of get rested up and prepared again. So, and I'll definitely have to work on getting in better shape so I can do some of those things, because I just can't imagine me doing some of them things at this stage. So I got to get myself in shape to do it.
Way to go. Way to go.
So proud of you, Dewey.
More
I was
enthusiasm from
thinking
Sherry.
today that I'd have to see about on that long of a ship. I have to see if they have a personal trader or something, and I can set up a whole thing for that entire trip while I'm on there. So when I come back, nobody will recognize me.
That would be an idea. Wow.
Oh my God.
Can you imagine?
That's a great plan, Dewey.
Yeah. If not, getting a head start on it, because I definitely want to make sure I'm in shape to do some of that stuff, because I imagine there'll be a lot of walking and hiking on some of that stuff.
Yeah. Mary Ellen is asking, is it 50-50 port sea days?
No, it's higher than that. I'd venture to say probably maybe 20 to 25% sea days, and the rest are port. Because we have, there's so many. Let me look here real quick.
Because some of the ports you spend time, so many days at, and they're actually flying you to things.
Yeah. So we got 36, 40, that's 76. 120. So it looks like 160 different destinations. Oh yeah, Sherry posted that earlier. Duh. So out of the 274 days, and then a lot of those are double stops too. So probably, I'd say probably at least 200 days where we'll be in port, and the other days would be different sea days scattered throughout that period of time, I would suppose.
Yeah. McW is telling you, Kimberly, something here. Oh, she has some news. Hey, Kimberly.
He's doing a world cruise?
He's doing a world cruise.
Shh, you weren't supposed to tell her. I knew she'd get too excited.
Oh my God. Dewey, I have to ask. Are you going to Mexico?
Yes. We actually do go to, I think we go to Cabo San Lucas.
Oh, so you're gonna go to the west side of Mexico?
Yeah, because
nice.
we come up that end on our way after we leave Antarctica. So
awesome. Mary Ellen is asking, start personal training now on cruises before you leave.
That's what I should do, so I can be in shape to handle it all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she says, yeah, you do need to train for that. Eric says, is asking if Singapore is on your list.
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah.
Let me
Mary Ellen notes that so it looks more like 2/3 are destinations and the rest sea days.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah. And the Duchess is asking, well, where in Africa do you go?
We don't go anywhere in it. Well, I take it back. We go to Egypt.
Yeah.
We go up to Dubai and then up through the canal into the Mediterranean there. So we do hit a little bit of the northern edge of Africa there, but we don't do.
You do Morocco.
One big continent that we don't really hit a lot in.
You hit Morocco too.
I believe so. Yep. Let me check here.
I think you hit more Africa than you think.
Let's see. Oman, Jordan, Egypt, Israel, Cyprus, Greece, Turkey, Bulgaria, Romania. Not a whole lot, really.
I know there was Morocco on there.
But still, if you only have Egypt and Morocco, that still is Africa for sure.
I'll have to take a look.
Yeah. Mary Ellen says...
Yep, there's Casablanca, Morocco.
Yeah.
And Agadir, Morocco. Yep, so we do hit Morocco a couple times too, so you're right.
There you go. Mary Ellen is a fan of Cabo. She loved it there.
Well, I've never been to Cabo, and one of the things I thought about doing in the next couple of years was to do a Mexican Riviera cruise because I'd never been on that side. So got it covered now.
Yeah, you sure do. You sure do. Speaking of Mexico, Rafael here says Cozumel, Cabo, and Ensenada.
Yeah, I think we go to Cozumel too. Let me double check that.
Yeah, that's what I think he's saying that you do. I think Rafi's looking at it too.
Yeah, I think you see itinerary in front of him.
Yeah, because we go to Coco Cay and then Cozumel and then down to Aruba and stuff. So we do hit Cozumel on that side. So
yeah. Eric says Singapore is high on my bucket list. Well, Dewey gets to go, so be sure to tune in for his vlogs from there.
you know, it's funny because so many places that he was talking about when he was mentioning all these places. I love architecture. So many places he was announcing, I was thinking of buildings I want to see when I get there.
Yeah. Mary Ellen asking, where else in India other than Agra to see the Taj Mahal?
Let's see here. Okay, we go to Philippines, China, Japan, Vietnam, Singapore, Malaysia, Sri Lanka, Cochin, India for Taj Mahal, Goa, India, Mumbai. 2 days in Mumbai.
All right.
So we got like 4 different days in India.
Good.
And then we head over to Abu Dhabi and Dubai. So
Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, there you go. McW fancies the thought of Cyprus. Yeah, I believe that's on the list too.
I definitely think that's on the list.
Yeah, I think you said it.
Mary Ellen was just in Cabo 2 weeks ago. So she had a good time there from what it sounds like. That's awesome. And the Duchess loves Morocco. You will enjoy the culture there, Dewey, she predicts.
Oh, well, I remember it was one of the things that we thought about when we were looking for a new all-inclusive to go to was Morocco. That was one of our ideas. So
yes, it was.
Yeah. And Rafael says, I just had to see the price. I can do that for a few years. Mary Ellen, then I flew through Dubai to India.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm looking forward to going there because there's so much architecture there that you see it in pictures and videos, but
it's really
it will be awesome to see it in person.
What always struck me with vlogs of India that I have seen, and I've seen a great many at this point, is the variety of it all.
Oh, yeah.
It's like there is so much to see, and you go like, is this still India? And yes, it is. It's amazing. It really sounds like a fascinating country.
I hope wherever we go through that place where they have that market that has the train that goes right through the middle of it.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
I think I've seen that.
Yeah. It's they have to pull, they have their little tents and stuff and their food, and they have to pull the tents back when the train comes through, and it like runs right over their food, and they can reach out and touch the train. It's so close to everything.
Oh my God.
That's nuts.
Because the alleyway that goes down between both sides of the market is not much bigger than the width of the train itself.
Wow. Gary is noting that Taiwan is on the itinerary. Yep, correct. And Sherry, who apparently also has the itinerary in front of us, there's lots of stops in Greece.
Yeah. And that'll be my second visit to Greece. So it'll be interesting to see how many places I hit there that I've already been to, so I can remember that when I go the first time around, so that I don't hit the same things that may be available on that cruise. So
that's true.
Yeah, for sure. So a question from me, Dewey. Are there any, and this is probably a difficult question, but are there any places in that enormous list of places you will be visiting that really stand out to you, that you're like, yes, that is like a top destination for me?
There's a lot of them on that list.
I figured there would be.
The one place that I was very disappointed we don't go, and that's not surprising because it's not a cruise port, were the Maldives, because that's always been tops on my list.
Yeah.
But at least we'll be close to it. So if all else fails, I can jump off and go swim, I guess.
After your training, right?
Yeah, there you go. But there's when you look at that list and you look at my dumpster list, there's like, oh my God, it's like my dumpster list will be able to fit back into a bucket by the time I get back on this one.
Yeah.
So it's there's so many places that are awesome just in the name of where we're going. And then once I do research on others and find out why are we going to a place that nobody's heard of, and then a lot of times you go to those places and you find out, okay, well that's because it's near this famous place. It's like, okay,
that's why we're here. Yeah.
So a lot of places, even though they don't sound like I know what or where they are, they may actually be near some really awesome stuff. So
yeah.
I'll be doing a lot of research in the next couple of years.
Oh, no doubt.
Usually I take a little folder on all my trips. This one I think is going to be 3-ring binder size.
Yeah.
Of course, Amsterdam is also on the itinerary, Rafael notes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all that Amsterdam has been known to have cruise ships come in from time to time.
Yeah. A lot of the places I was supposed to have been on this summer will be on that list, so that'll be nice.
Good. Mary Ellen says that she cannot wait to visit Greece in 2023 with everyone. We'll have so much fun, Dewey.
Oh, yes. Yep, that'll be a good trip.
Sean and Ilana say, I believe, Dewey, there's a cruise to a place you may or may not know. It's called Florida.
I'll have to check my itineraries. I may not have been there yet.
I know.
That's great.
I'm just glad that this actually takes off and returns all in the same spot. So it's that makes it kind of nice where it's a full round the world. And so many times world cruises, well, you start in one place, but you end totally somewhere else different. And this will be a full round the world. Definitely take more than 80 days, but
oh yeah. Well, Gary here says, well, I was just doing a search to see if it went to the Maldives. Looks to me we would be with you for 2.5 months, depending on how they break up the segments.
Yep.
Yeah. The segment from LA. Let's see here. I'm looking at it now. Okay. Whoops. Okay, it's 87 nights on that leg.
Wow.
That's perfect.
So that'll be a nice long stretch. That looks like the longest stretch of all of them.
Yeah.
That's great.
First stretch is 64 and then 87. And then the third stretch is 63. And the final stretch is 63. So yeah, that section that you'll be on, Gary, is the longest stretch. So 87, you got a little almost 3 months you'll be with me. Can you
That'll be wonderful.
How about that? Sean and Ilana are asking, does the cruise take you to South Africa?
No, it does not. Got to save something on my list, I guess, to do after that.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, we were talking, me and Dewey have been talking about safari.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. Mary Ellen is asking, will you have time to swap out suitcases when changing legs in Florida?
We don't change legs in Florida. It begins and ends there.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not going to have that time.
That's one of the things. I've already joined a forum of people that are going to be on this cruise. So I'm hoping that a lot of discussion in there will be with people that are familiar with doing world cruises, and I'll learn a lot about how to prepare for it properly and all, because it may be the kind of thing where doing one stretch, you maybe you do send back luggage and have somebody ship something like to LA for a different stretch or what. I don't know. We'll find out what the most efficient way is to do it.
Yeah. Gary says, want to go from LA to Indonesia?
That's what he wants to do. Yeah.
Awesome.
You let me know when we can book. We'll get that booked, Gary.
Yep, that'll be your leg. So I think that one ends in. Okay, number 2. It ends in that one goes all the way from LA to Dubai. So you got a lot of stuff to cover in there. It's going to be really awesome.
That is a huge distance indeed. Mary Ellen says it's a different kind of cruising to manage.
Yeah.
Oh, that's for sure. Yeah.
And I'll be envious too, because being able to fly home from Dubai, you might be able to get some hellacious neat flights from there.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Yeah, there are some notable airlines out
Yes.
that direction that have been known for their luxurious environments, for sure.
Yes. If I were flying home from Dubai, by golly, I'd be booked on one of those.
I know you would.
Oh.
That's great. Mary Ellen adding to that, and I thought 22 days on one ship was a lot.
I know.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
this is definitely outdoing those 22 days, Mary Ellen. That's,
Oh my God.
this is nuts.
I would love to do it. I would totally love to do it.
Yeah, I think I can handle it. So I'm by golly, I'm going to give it my best try anyway.
As you should.
You're going to have an amazing time, an absolutely amazing time. Like I said, because Dewey will have me price things or look into things or, hey, how about this or, hey, how about that? And this is just like, well, then here all of it is. Everything you've asked for, a bunch of stuff you didn't even think of, here it all is. It's perfect.
Yeah. So and it's like 2 years seems like so long a ways away, but when you think of how much planning you need to do to be gone for that period of time, and that 2 years is going to be here before I know it. And it's going to be just mind blowing.
And it's not like you just sit around the house and wait.
No.
Yeah, and my life is busy in between that 2 years too. So
yeah,
and every cruise I be on will be another, kind of nail in my keg of experience, so that I'll learn more and more about how to maneuver and prepare for things, and I'll be able to talk to more people in the next 2 years that have done that kind of stuff and get more advice. And it's going to be an exciting time even before the cruise.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
I know. I mean, I
know, right?
Just wonderful. So excited. So excited.
Well, Gary's got a suggestion here. Dewey, we can always bring your spring clothes in the trunk to LA with us for you.
There you go. There you go. Well, the thing is, from leaving that first leg for me is all warm weather stuff, except for when we're in Antarctica. Well, I don't know. It depends what South America is like, because it will be winter for them down there. Or no, that's south, so that would be their summer. So it'll be pleasant weather, except for when we get down around Antarctica. But there again, so there's a lot of planning and thinking, and oh my God, my mind's just gonna be blowing up in the next 2 years.
I know. So will mine.
Yeah, you're going to be on a journey to the journey.
Well, you know what?
Oh my God, ain't that the truth?
We're at the point now I only cruise with Dewey, apparently, because I can only go on cruises that Dewey is on. We went to Alaska. We all went to Alaska with some fellow travelers and Dewey. We just went on a 3-day trip with Dewey. He's coming with Jacob and I for Jacob's birthday. And it looks like we're going to be doing one out of Florida because we kind of changed. And it is because we found some decent air.
Mm-hmm.
And that is an 8-night in the Southern Caribbean.
On the horizon of all things. So.
I know.
And I'm already on it 3 other times next year, so I'll be very familiar with that shit.
And then in March, we go on MSC Meraviglia.
Awesome.
Yep. We got some exciting stuff to look forward to.
Yep. Mary Ellen is noting you better be on Emirates from Dubai. It's amazing, Dewey.
Yeah, but I won't get to. I'll be just cruising through. I don't get to fly from there. But Gary can.
Yeah. McW concludes that you will be the most traveled.
Yes.
That's for sure.
Yeah. Definitely by the time I complete that, my traveling repertoire is going to be full. Oh, I just can't imagine it. It's it's just 2 years ago I would have never thought this is what my life would look like. And now when I look at, I thought my life was exciting enough just as it was the next couple of years. And now I've got this to throw into it. It's like, that's even beyond my excitement level. I'm just.
I know. I'll tell you what. We're in that next office on Royal Caribbean, and Dewey's booking it, and I got tears in my eyes, and I'm hugging Dewey. I mean, you would have thought I was going, oh my God!
Yeah, we look more like a husband and wife booking the trip. Oh, good.
Gary,
yeah, and of course we definitely made that guy's day too. You know, he was very happy. What was his name? Romy?
Yeah.
Yeah, Romy. Yeah, he was definitely happy, I'm sure. I don't know how they pay them and stuff, if they get commissions or whatever, but that had to be a good one for him too. So
yeah, for sure. Gary knows that it will be summertime at that time in Antarctica.
Yeah, but I bet it'll still be cold.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll be sunbathing on the icebergs.
Yeah. Hey, the Spiker's in the house, been listening, but now can chat. So, hey everyone, and Dewey, take me away.
Well, I would probably be able to fill a whole plane of people that want to volunteer to go with me on this.
I bet. Anyways, welcome back, Doc and Cindy, moderators in our Do Travel and Tours International Travelers Hangout, and have been the first moderator ever to be a moderator. No. Oh, here we go again.
See what you missed? Unfortunately, we couldn't meet up with Cindy because she was busy, but I mean, I was waiting for us to meet up with her.
This, sorry, missed it. Not a problem. There will be more times we'll be out that way.
Yeah, but I was waiting for you to smack him for calling you old.
Oh, jeez. I did not call her old, by the way.
Did.
No, I didn't. Gee. Anyways, given the type of live stream we're having tonight, Cindy, I hope you understand, we'll not be playing the clip. Instead, I'm going to focus on the comments here. And of course, the big topic at hand. And that is Dewey, who will be going on a world cruise. And at this time, we're still going over questions. So if you have any, do let us know. And if you're just tuning in, just as a quick reminder, be sure to hit those thumbs up for us. We'd very much appreciate it. And ensure that you are a fellow traveler by having that subscribe button pushed with the notification bell on, because there are something new here at To Travel and Tour quite frequently, as in at least every other day. Once again, I'm going to ask of our moderators to put in the link to Dewey's channel, because with a world cruise coming up like that, there's bound to be some absolutely phenomenal vlogs. So put that link.
That's one thing I got to make sure that I develop my video editing skills so I can crank things out.
Efficiently on that trip. Yeah. Gary says, well, Dewey, I guess where Eva and I know where we stand with Kim. We just chopped liver.
No, you're not. You know I love you guys. Even after that comment you made on Facebook today about me, Gary.
That's so funny. That's so funny. Jamie Wilhite in the house. Hello there, Jamie. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Welcome back. Paul Vine saying hi to the Spiker. Some more highs and lows. And then Gary says, no cabin mates, Dewey. You need all the points to get to Pinnacle.
There you go.
Well, by the time I get on that cruise, I'll be high status as it is. And then by the time I get off that, whoo.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you very much, Rafael, for dropping the link to Dewey's channel. Sherry says this is going to be much easier than going to all those places separately, for sure.
That's what I thought too, Sherry.
You know, if I go to all those places separately, you got so much additional expense and
airfare,
time, airfare, all that kind of stuff. And you know, that's one of the first things you always tell people about the benefits of cruising is, you know, you get to hit all these places without unpacking, because you're only unpack once. Mm-hmm. So I mean, it's just I just can't fathom that big of a trip, because I've never been on it. I think the biggest trip I've been on was 16 or 17 days. So this is just gonna blow me away. And it's like, and it's the fun thing of the whole thing is that it's all these really cool places to go to. It's not like cruising in the Caribbean where, yeah, I've been there, done that. Who cares? You know,
274 days in the Caribbean is a little different.
Yeah, exactly.
Although I think you're doing that this year.
Do what?
I think you're pretty much doing that this next year.
Yeah, when you count all the trips within the next year, it's pretty close to that for all of those. So
Cindy says, I will not forget, so no worries, Kimberly. I will get him one day. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Ah!
Well, Cindy, you can always hop on one of the legs with me.
Mhm.
There you go. Jamie is very excited for you, Dewey.
Oh, can you imagine how excited I am?
Yeah. Oh boy.
Oh.
Oh, I guess Cindy is already starting to get me back. So I'm old and now I don't get my mod thingy played tonight. That counts as 2 slaps.
Poor Cindy. That's okay. I'm
From
older,
her, not
so I
from
get
you.
preference.
Oh, I was confused.
It's okay, Cindy. I'm older, so I get preference.
Thank you very much, Gary and Megan, for dropping the link to Dewey's channel. Gary says, uh-oh, what did I say?
Now he's scrolling through Facebook. What did I do?
Mary Ellen says, prepping for this trip will be a full-time job till you leave, Dewey.
You know, and it's true because I've got so little gaps between trips as it is in the next 2 years. So, I'll be busy, planning and putting together my little notes and all that stuff between all the way from now till the day I leave for that trip. So
I know.
Yeah,
it'll be a busy couple of years for me now.
that's for sure. Sean and Ilana, so Lord Dewiness, shall we start making arrangements for when you get to Australia?
Yes.
Well, unfortunately, that trip I won't be in Australia for long, so I'll definitely have to plan another trip to Australia just to see all the people in Australia I want to, because that's what I was supposed to do this year for New Year's. So,
Yeah. Jamie was asking how long the trip was, which was answered quite promptly by Raphael. We'll beat us to that. So thank you so much for taking care of some of the answers, Raphael. We appreciate that. Jamie then asking, will they have a laundry for you to use?
They'll do laundry for him.
yep, I get 3 bags a week.
3
So
bags a week. How about that?
And that'll be pretty good. I can recycle clothes a lot with 3 laundry loads a week for it. I mean, when I get back home from a trip, I only do 3 loads of laundry. So
Okay.
There you go. That works out then. Chris notes, Dewey, you're going to need a trapper keeper.
Do you know what
I'm
that is?
going to need
I
bigger
know.
than a trapper keeper. Fortunately, I still have some big binders that I haven't brought with me from Illinois. Now I know I'm going to have to hang on to some of them.
They used to have, I don't know if they still make them or not, but it's like a binder that has Velcro and closes, and inside of it has folders and things. Yeah. Before you had tablets and things
Oh,
to
gee.
type in, you walked around school with a trapper keeper.
It's like
Oh,
a
yes.
size of a ledger, huh?
Yeah.
Gary then says, just calculated, Dewey, you need to be almost Diamond Plus before the trip to hit Pinnacle, and you get a free cruise when you get to that level.
Well, after you've been on a cruise like that, it's like, what do you choose for your free cruise?
I know.
Oh,
All right, at this time, I'm going to need to excuse myself. I have to make a stop at the little room, so I will be right back.
Neil got so excited he has to pee.
Apparently, I do.
oh goodness.
Oh my gosh. I just can't believe it. I just really, I am so excited. Like I said, you would think I was going too. I was so excited. I mean,
Oh. And that's what's going to be so fun is all the information that I enjoy now just on the little cruises I go on, sharing stuff on Facebook and stuff with people and talking about it and stuff. Can you imagine a trip of that magnitude? I'm going to have to really work on my skills to make sure that I can do up to the expectations of so many other people do.
oh my gosh. I'm so, like I said, I had forgotten, I don't think, even as we were sitting there, Giovanni's having dinner and we're talking about how excited we are and all of that, but it still just hadn't, I don't think, sunk in, and I'm going to miss you so bad while you're gone. I'm just going to miss you so much, but I was just so happy for you.
And it's funny because I was thinking about that today as I was going through some of the itinerary stuff, and I was looking at some of the dates, and I realized, that, the missing part. It's like, I'll be missing Christmas, New Year's, Easter. Who knows how many other major events in the family and stuff that'll go on during that time that I can't just run home for the holiday. It's like I'll be gone for all that time. It's like it'll be like somebody who's being stationed overseas or something.
Yeah.
I'll be gone. It's not just like busy. So
well, we're excited because this year, as of right now, everything still looks good for the Netherlands. So as of right now, we're still going there. But when we go to the Netherlands for Christmas, that means I'm not here for Christmas with my kids. So it's like, but we haven't been over there in so long. It's time to have a Christmas in Europe.
Yeah, we haven't done that in 8 years. So, it is time to do that.
Mm-hmm.
McW notes that they still do make Trapper Keepers.
Good to know.
Jamie adds to that yes, Walmart did have them this year. Cindy says, I'm so happy for you, Dewey. This is just so awesome. Hey,
tell me about it. I still feel like I'm going to blow up before I get there just from excitement.
I know, right? I know. Cindy, if Doc is out there, please tell him hi from us. Raphael suggests to vlog every day. By the time you come back, you will have more subs than Tony. Well,
I hope that by the time that trip comes, I'll have developed the skills I need, because that is going to be an awesome opportunity that I don't want to miss out on just because I can't do it. So
absolutely,
you'll figure it out.
Yeah.
My whole thing when I talk about the fact I haven't done vlogs, haven't done this, it's like, well, everybody's already done it. Ain't nobody done this one. So I get some unique opportunities here. I sure don't want to miss out on them.
Yeah, understandable, of course. Sean and Ilana saying, Dewey, the only person's expectation you need to adhere to is your own. The rest of us do not matter in that regard.
No.
I set my own expectations high enough. That'll be that'll be a major achievement as it is. So it'll be fun. And so much of what I enjoy about traveling is this part, this interaction with the community, keeping people up to date on what I'm doing and stuff. And that keeps me excited, even on things that I think I might get bored with. It's like, oh wow, people, every time I think, okay, nobody really wants to hear about this anymore, and all of a sudden I get this flood of people that just really want to know this, know that. They tell me, okay, we want to see this and all. So it's it's like it keeps me going when I start to feel wore out. So.
Yeah, well, that goes together with what Sherry is saying here. The good thing is you can journal your whole trip on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
Yeah,
you can.
Yeah, and whenever I get to the point in my life where I can't do all of that, oh my God, look at all the memories I'm going to have to look back on.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
And that's what started all of this in the first place, was I wanted to have memories and no regrets. Well, this is going to make sure of that.
Yeah, that's quite some work on the road you're going to be doing for us.
Like I said, I'm just, wow.
Blown away, right? Ravel says that they've never done a Christmas in Europe with the kids. Why not?
Oh my.
It's
expensive to fly over.
Yeah,
Christmas
I get that, but
people.
never.
Where am I going to be on Christmas? Let's see. Christmas, I'll be... it's a sea day between French Guiana and Brazil.
Wow.
Very nice.
Well, yeah, that makes sense because you're in Rio de Janeiro with New Year's.
Yeah, we'll be in Rio for New Year's, and Rio on New Year's Eve, and Copacabana Beach, Brazil on New Year's Day.
There you go. Gary says, who are you kidding? You'll be in Rio for yeah, exactly. That's exactly right. Jamie says there's nothing better than Christmas in Europe. That is a tough one to beat, Jamie. That is for sure.
We certainly,
I won't be there for that, but I will be in France for my birthday. So
yes, you will.
I'll be in the French Riviera in Nice, France.
Nice, nice. Cindy says that Doug says hi to everyone. Okay, awesome. Thank you for passing that on. Mary Ellen says, I'd be getting a huge happy planner, inserting lots of special pages. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll probably need a whole suitcase just for all my planning and paperwork and research.
Yeah. Well, Chris is setting a standard already. He says you got to post at least one Instagram photo a day minimum.
Minimum.
That's minimum.
That would definitely be something I'll make, because I got to work on that. I always forget about Instagram. So
I do nothing with mine.
yeah, and I very rarely do, because I always forget about it. So I'll definitely have to make sure to get in that habit by that trip.
Yeah. Jamie asking, what will you do with your pets while you're gone?
Well, it depends on them. So between now and 2 years, I mean, they're both aged quite a bit now, and who knows, they may be gone by then. But by then, if they're still alive and well, I'll probably need to find a new home for them, because that's an awful long time to, depend on somebody to be taking care of them for me. So we'll see what happens between now and then.
Yep. Actually, Jamie, there's going to be a second boat sailing behind the cruise ship Dewey will be on. It's going to be called Dewey's Ark.
Yeah.
Yeah, bring the family, bring the friends, bring the pets, just throw everybody on the other boat.
Yeah.
There you go.
My entourage.
Yeah.
Well, you did go right into the next cruise office with your own travel agent.
How many people do that?
No.
Mary Ellen says, I would definitely journal on paper every day in addition to vlogs.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I can understand that. Paper is not dependent on electricity or batteries, for that matter. So yeah, that does make sense. Gary says, at Copacabana Beach, you need to wear a thong,
Oh my God. That would be a sight nobody wants to see.
Look at the Dutchess here. Yes, Gary, you should be Sir Gary of the beach wear.
Yes.
Well, he'll have to refine his pole dancing by the time we get to LA. So.
Woo!
That's so funny. McW having a good laugh here. Mary Ellen says, is there a separate Instagram for Dewey's destinations?
Yes. Yep, I do have it. Matter of fact, I think it's called Dewey's Travels on there, because it was a little shorter and easier.
Okay. Margie saying, which world is it? World?
Which world?
What do you mean, Margie? Anyways, welcome in, and thank you so much for joining us. And for you and for everyone else who just popped in, Dewey, one more time, what's going on?
I signed up for the Ultimate World Cruise, 274 days, and 9 months of traveling on the ocean. That's going to be exciting as all get out.
Woof. Chris says, what song? Do you see a song or reference to a joke by John Pinette?
Okay.
Okay. So, which world? Yeah. So it is, World Cruise on Royal. Yep, that's right. Rafael, thank you so much for posting the link to Dewey's Instagram.
Boy, Dewey, Visa finds stuff quicker than I do.
Well, he's a moderator in here for a reason.
There you go.
Get myself a drink. Do you want one?
Yeah, just grab me another bottle.
Grab me one too while you're at it.
Okay.
We're no longer on that cruise, Dewey.
Oh, okay. Give me a few more days and we'll be back on another one. So.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. Gary says, by the time we leave French Polynesia, I'll be shaking my maracas like the natives.
Well, this way you got plenty of time to get all healed up, Gary, by the time all of that happens. So.
Wow.
As soon as we can book that, Gary, we'll book it. Because I don't think we can yet.
Yeah, he said something like December before that would be opened up. So
Yeah.
Sherry says, true, then you could take your paper journal and make it into a book, sell millions of copies and pay yourself back for the cruise and keep cruising.
There you go.
There you go.
That's a great idea, Sherry, for sure.
I have some writing skills, so maybe I can make it exciting and worth reading.
Yeah. So Dewey, question from me once more. How long ago did the idea of a world cruise first cross your mind?
It probably tickled in there in the dark recesses as long as I've been traveling, period. I always thought that'd be cool, but it was always one of those thoughts that was out of reach. And back probably early last year, or about the time that I retired and decided to travel, I started thinking at that time that in 24, because I will turn 65 that year, and that was kind of my ultimate goal, is I wanted to do a world cruise for that year for my 65th birthday. And I've just been kind of casually looking and finding ones and what they're all about and where they go. And most world cruises sell out like that when they get available, like the ones for 2022 and 23, like less than 48 hours after they become available, they're sold out already. So it's like I've been looking so that when it comes time for the ones in that year, I would hopefully have an idea of what I wanted. And of course, I've had some decent travel agents that were helping look too. So
good.
But when this one popped up, just the fact that the sheer length of it and everywhere it goes, because so many others, it's like, okay, they're only going out for, 30, 60, 90 days, whatever, and they're only hitting so many places. This hits like every place I could think of that I want to go. And it's like, oh.
You didn't have to make a decision. It wasn't, okay, am I going to go this way or am I going to go that way? Am I going to see these places or these places? Or because that's what me and you were going back and forth about some too. You're going, well, I really want this on there, but if I go there, then that doesn't go here. And then.
Yeah. And this kind of solved that problem by just putting them all everywhere. So.
Yeah.
So
that's so awesome.
So if I dig out my dumpster list, I'd venture to say over half of it will be solved on this trip.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. Raffle says 18 days for me to feel like a virgin again.
Well, I hate to disappoint you, Raffy, but that doesn't get restored. I tried. But you'll have fun anyway.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how many times you dip yourself in the pool.
Yeah, it doesn't have that magical quality.
No.
So I went to the Virgin Islands. It didn't work there either. So
Gary says, "Ain't you had friends saying just Dewey it about the whole cruise?" Oh yeah, there were no lack of those. That's for sure.
With my reputation, there's no way I could say no to it. So that would disappoint too many people. So. Not to mention me.
Yeah, mostly. Oh my gosh.
McW says, I can't say anything, but so awesome, Dewey. It suits you. It sure does, doesn't it?
It is going to be the culmination, or you shouldn't even say that, because hopefully I'll have many good, happy years after that too. It's just going to be yet another magnificent, God, I can't believe I did this type year for me. So
yeah.
Well, I guess I have to drink a lot of those diet cherry lemon sun drops before the cruise.
Okay.
Oh,
that's funny. Jamie says, Dewey, you should turn your place into a vacation rental while you're gone.
That thought has crossed my mind, because where now I can't rent it because I have to live here for a full year before I can do that. But by the time I get ready to go on this trip, I probably would consider doing that for people in the travel community. I wouldn't want to open it up to just total, strangers, because I'd have to do so much with, you don't want all of your stuff just being there in the open for everybody to go through, and you'd have to really prepare it and stuff. So, I'd rather prepare it for friends that I know that aren't going to sit there and come in here and destroy my house. So
yeah,
for sure. Yeah, that's understandable. Gary says, be glad I walked out of the apartment, or what is it? Is it apartment or appointment? I would have to tell you to think about it for the next 20 days and then book it.
Well, I'd already been thinking about it for the last few weeks, so I kind of had a head start on that part, because as soon as I heard about it, like I said, I called Kim right away on it, and it's like, okay, find out what you can for me. So I've been thinking about it ever since then. And I just thought, I probably won't. Well,
Probably will.
Thanks to this trip and talking to the guy and learning more about it, it's like, yeah, went from probably won't to probably will, and definitely will. So
Yes.
I think it
Yeah.
even surprised him.
The funny why what it was too is, okay, me and Dewey go in there and we're asking about like that one Baltimore cruise that we were looking at. We're looking at these little cruises, these little tiny going out of Baltimore cruises, and then we decide, and by the way, we'd like to talk about the world cruise.
Go from a little weekend cruise to definite opposite.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, okay.
How about that? Sometimes it just happens that way, huh? Mary Ellen notes that she bets there are enough friends in the travel community. Keep it busy.
Yeah, it's probably.
That wouldn't be especially being down here in Florida where so many cruises go and people wonder where they're going to stay. Well, Dewey's bed and breakfast.
Yeah.
Or I guess it couldn't be bed and breakfast. I'm not here to cook for you. So.
No.
Rafael suggests to celebrate on the 4th to you and Gary.
On the 4th this year, probably be busy. I think that's when I'm on my way to Iceland.
Iceland. Oh, I know someone who was there not too long ago.
Yep.
Eric from Travel Adventures with Eric B. He was
that
there.
Is that a cruise, Dewey, or is that a land trip?
That's a cruise.
A cruise to Iceland.
Yeah, we take off on the 3rd. Yep. So
Wow.
we leave England on the 3rd, and I'll be in Scotland on my birthday.
Wow, that's incredible. Rafael says that's actually December 4th that they will be together with you.
Ah, okay. Yeah, okay. I was thinking 4th as in 4th of July, but I forgot about the 4th of December. Yeah.
Gary asked to that. It's indeed before the Oasis Rafi is talking about. So that clears that up.
Here we're talking about something that's over 2 years away, and yet we got so many exciting things just coming up here in a matter of days and weeks. So
I know.
That's for sure. Eric throws in the travel cry for
Iceland!
There you go.
And what makes it really good for me is the last place that we stop in Iceland is Reykjavik. That's where the cruise ends. And I know somebody who lives there. So I've already contacted him and said, hey, guess who you're getting company next summer?
Oh, wonderful.
That's great.
So I'll get to stay there a few extra days and explore and, all these kind of things. And a lot of the things that Eric did, I'll be able to go see as well instead of just something.
As you should.
A few hours on a cruise or something.
That's awesome. That is really, really awesome.
We've been on 2 hours, people.
I know. How about that? But can you blame us, really?
No,
I mean, this is major. We never, ever before had any announcement of this magnitude in our life.
I'm looking forward to getting Gary and Eva booked on it, and then we can even have a whole little thing.
A whole little thing.
Yeah, you know how you make the little video things or the little clips and stuff? We can even have one with all the people that are booking and when they're getting on, and then we can have the map and it can show them and they can light up.
Oh, okay. I didn't know I had that much technical knowledge.
He does.
And another thing too that's kind of before all of that happens, don't forget I was wanting to do a Route 66 thing in 2023.
Yeah.
So I've still got to start thinking of that too amongst everything else. So.
Yes, Gary, it's mandatory. Everyone must book through me.
Oh yeah, definitely. We just will not allow anybody else. We got to get enough books so that you guys can come with me.
Oh my God, that's a lot.
That's a lot of bookings, that's for sure. McW having a good laugh. Eric suggests just to be on for another 2 more hours. Well, I'm sure we could do that given the subject. Theoretically, that is. McW says it's so exciting. That is for sure. Absolutely. And Jamie says, so jealous of all the traveling. I don't have a cruise booked until January 2023.
Well, you still been coming. That's good. That's good.
At least there's one on your planning. I mean,
yeah, that gives you something to look forward to.
Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure.
and I've got enough to keep me busy for now the next 3 years. So
there was another question that popped in my head. Is there any country in particular, the cuisine of which you're looking really forward to trying?
I am looking forward when we get in the Orient because I love Oriental food.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be real interesting to see how different it is when you're actually there.
Right.
Just like this year, I discovered the difference between what we eat in Mexican food and authentic Mexican. And I realized I really like the authentic Mexican better than the chi-chis type Mexican. And
yes, that's for sure.
All that stuff. So I'm really going to be excited to experience all these different foods from different places in their actual, places and stuff. So Chinese food will be so different. And of course, I'm not a big expert on French food, so I don't know what to expect there, but I do know I like French fries, so that counts.
Wasn't that something funny? When I was in Paris, I got French onion soup. Okay, because I'm like, I'm going to get French onion soup, and the funny thing is, it wasn't that good.
Oh, really?
I didn't like the French onion soup in Paris. I like it on. Actually, I really like it on the Carnival Miracle. That was pretty good.
Yeah, that was good. That was good. I got to admit, that was one of the things that I really did like on the Miracle was their onion soup, especially in the steakhouse because you get the nice big crock with lots of cheese and stuff. Of course, we know that Neil wouldn't like that. But
no bueno for me.
No bueno.
No. Gary says, interior cabin is fine for you, Kim, on that one.
If I was doing that big one, I would really want a balcony, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, if somebody told me, okay, you're going for free in and inside, I'd probably still do it. But, I'm going to still do it.
And I'm definitely glad we got a balcony because this weekend cruise that we just got off of without hardly ever seeing the water, it just didn't feel the same.
Yeah.
And I really didn't realize how much I missed it until the day we left. As I stepped out of my room, the room directly across that was a balcony room, was open because they were cleaning it and you could look out and see the water. And it's like, yeah, I really did miss that. I had a promenade view, so at least I had a window, but that's not the same as looking out on the water.
No.
So balcony adds to, the ability to have that connection with the ocean, with the water. And with a room like that, you obviously are missing out on that part at least.
Yeah, I would hate to imagine, that long of a trip in a little closet.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
No.
Great question, Niels McW. Thank you very much. Jamie Wilhite says, is asking, Dewey, what type of cabin will you have on your world cruise?
A balcony.
It'll be a balcony, and it's right at the bump out of the ship in the middle. So it's right by the elevators, and it's at the wide part that kind of hangs out over the water. So I'll be able to look forward and aft, and looks like it'll be a pretty nice location to be.
Awesome. Oh, Rafael
I already have my room number memorized on that one. Couldn't remember my room number on this last cruise we were on, but I can remember.
I can't remember mine either.
But I can already remember this one on a cruise that I'm not even doing yet for over 2 years.
Oh my gosh.
Well, that only tells the tale of how preoccupied you have been with this world cruise.
Oh, yes.
Tacos al pastor, Rafael. Where? I must have them. Playing with your mind. Oh, I thought you actually had them and you were dropping them off at the front door or something. But no, you were just playing with my mind. Bummer. Duchess is saying that the French fries are actually Belgium. That is true. Yeah.
And they're good.
Yes, Dewey. Belgium is on your itinerary, right?
Let's see.
Let me go in the restroom.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Spain, Portugal, Spain, Ireland, France, England, Belgium. Yep.
Okay.
We'll be one stop in Belgium.
So Belgium is quite famous for its Belgian fries, and a lot of Belgian, as they would call them, their fritures. They would they take great pride in how they make them and how they prepare them. It's kind of like a French fry connoisseur paradise, so you will. So,
and we're 2 days in St. Petersburg.
That's Russia.
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome.
I know that's one place you wanted to go.
Oh, yes. Oh, St. Petersburg is very high on my list. Very high. I'll get there eventually. But until then, you're going to have to show me where to go and what to do out there.
One thing I'm curious about, one of the stops on this list is Berlin. That's not near a seaport, is it?
No, it's not. So what's probably going to happen is that I do believe there's a port all the way north. I think it might be Kiel. I'm not sure if it is Kiel.
We do have a Kiel, Germany. Just saw that.
And from there you can transfer to Berlin, but it is going to be a bit of a drive. But it's possible. But that's awesome that you get to go to Berlin, because I've been to that city and there is really a lot to discover and to do and to explore out there. It's incredible. I've told Kimberly at some point too, if I can ever direct a tour in Berlin, I would hands down do it. So much history there, and yeah, it's so much to do and to explore. It's incredible, fascinating history.
I'll be in Munich in this coming May, because that's where we go. We go for Oberammergau before our river cruise. So
nice. No, thank you, MacW. No, thank you. Dutch is saying yes to non-inclusive Mexican food, Rafi. Your rec was great. Best Mexican we had.
Yes, it was.
Absolutely. I agree with that 100%.
Gary put in my cabin number because I couldn't remember.
Yes, that was the cabin number we had on the Independence of the Seas.
Yeah, I can remember your cabin number better than my own.
Mary Ellen says that Bruges was her favorite city in Belgium.
That's where we go, I think.
That's supposed to be beautiful indeed. I've never had the opportunity to explore there. I know Ghent is gorgeous. G-E-N-T, probably G-H-E-N-T in English.
Yeah.
But that's a gorgeous, gorgeous city. It has a magnificent castle that's absolutely worthwhile seeing. So if you get the opportunity to go to Ghent, then do go there.
McW just 2 days in Paris.
Oh, you have that too?
Yeah.
Paris.
2 days in Paris.
Wow.
We looked like we poured it at Le Havre.
Le Havre, yeah. Uh-huh.
That's where it's got in parentheses. So we got 2 days there to explore.
So that's kind of going to be then similar to your experience you will have in Berlin, because neither one of those cities are actually at the coast. So you'll probably just sail into the port, and from there they will have transfers into the cities.
I wonder if they have like an overnight excursion into Paris then, where you go and spend the night and come back the next day.
They might. We'll have to see.
That'd be interesting to see.
That would be good if they did, actually, because Paris is obviously not a city you would do in a few hours.
Yeah, and plus you always hear about Paris being the city of lights. I mean, nothing like seeing Paris at night. So.
Oh my God.
Yeah, been there, done that, and yeah, that is worth seeing. Yes, for sure. Megan, amazing, says Rafael. You should meet Amanda and my kids and on spring break at Mexico.
It looks like the Berlin visit is in Warnemund. That sound familiar?
It's a port.
Yeah, that must also be, because you're gonna be. Germany only has one coast, and that is all the way up north. Berlin is in the northeast of Germany. So if you go to one of those ports that is in that direction, then then there's gonna be a transfer regardless. Do not let go of your camera in Russia. Just FYI, says Rafael. There's a no from Gary. Jamie says that Berlin is one of her favorite cities. I cannot blame you for that. It actually makes perfect sense. It is really a fascinating city. It's one of my own favorites too in Europe. Eric says, I plan to be in Berlin in June. Then you're in for a fantastic trip. Be warned, however, Eric, Berlin in June, you have to understand Berlin has very much a land climate, which means that the summers can be actually pretty hot. So be sure to bring clothes accordingly. It can be really, really hot out there in that time of year. Gary says, so from Kiel, they will probably fly you. Yeah, Kiel is actually a good distance away from Berlin. So Warmerdam is probably where you will get off the ship in order to explore Berlin. I think that's closer, if I remember correctly. McW, also very fond of Berlin. Margie says, I was in Berlin in 1970, both East and West. Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
Then you have seen some history there, Margie. That's for sure. Gary says, wait, Megan, I saw new ETs on this cruise. Okay, the pizza, if you want to count it, go ahead. But that's different.
No, it's not!
Yes, it is. Mary Ellen says that she was in Bruges for 10 days, couple days in Brussels. Ghent wasn't far from Bruges. No, that's correct. Actually, nothing in Belgium is really too far from each other. Consider that that's a country that's even smaller than the Netherlands. So, yeah, if you're in Bruges, you can make your way to Brussels and Ghent alike. Rafael says, well, there's your opportunity, Megan. Dutch is saying, LOL must have been on a pizza. Yeah, very good, very good. Or you ticked them somehow.
Tricked them.
Tricked them. Yeah, well, no. I would not get tricked into eating cheese. No way. I would smell it from a distance. Eric says, can never go wrong with Paris. He says, I'm from Louisiana. Can't be any hotter than here in June.
No, it cannot. Not too much is.
Other
than, no.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough one to top. If you are from the far south, then you may be able to be used to it. But yeah, if not, and you're more used to colder weather, then be prepared. But like I said, typical land climate in Berlin. So hot summers, cold winters. But seeing the Eiffel Tower shining at night is memorable, and on Bastille Day with fireworks, even better.
Wow.
Yeah. So Bastille Day, that's a reference to the French Revolution. And because there was a day during the French Revolution that a major prison in France by the name of the Bastille was actually stormed by the local populace. And to this day, that day is being celebrated. So no doubt that would be a memorable thing to see. Gary says he even ate pizza with pineapple on it. Sacred? No. Okay, so you are an anti-pineapple pizza person. No, Gary. I thought we were friends. July 14th. That's Gary. So it's Bastille Day, I assume. All right, and then I'm actually all caught up with the comments, believe it or not.
Okay, goodbye.
No, Kimberly. You
July
always
14th, we're in Casablanca.
Ooh.
Play it again, Sam.
That's just, wow, Gary, you got a good hashtag corruption. I haven't been throwing that one in a while. Hashtag corruption.
We haven't seen Nancy in a while.
I know.
She's been all over the place.
I know. She's been busy cruising herself.
Well, I'll be happy if I just survive the trip without getting arrested anywhere.
Me too. That's a lot of paperwork.
Why would you get arrested?
You never know. I may get wild and crazy.
I mean, come on. It's Dewey.
Okay. Oh, okay.
He gets a few drinks in him and he's just Dewey in it.
Can you imagine that conversation?
Just be careful who you Dewey it to.
With police abroad?
Well, I'd say
is there any statement I can take? Yeah, just Dewey it.
Yeah.
What you can do in the Bahamas is a whole lot different than what you can do in other places. So
it's true.
Oh, no doubt. Eric says, I want to do either Paris or Prague for my birthday, June 17th. My recommendation is hands down Prague,
Paris.
Of course. No, Prague.
Both are great. I love Prague too.
Gary says, heck, Dewey, you would not get bail money from me.
Well, then I'll make sure that I behave myself on any of the other legs that you're on, so that you don't have to bail me out.
Wow.
And June 17th will be in Corfu, Greece.
Okay, all right. That's one of the islands out there. And granted, Greece may have a few islands.
Just a few.
But Corfu is one of them. Eric says that he's very fond of both cities, both Prague and Paris. Okay.
Well, we got a lot of Greek stops.
That doesn't surprise me because Greece consists for a substantial part of exactly that, islands.
7 Greece and 4 Turkey.
Do you have Crete on there?
Let's see.
That's one of the bigger islands.
Chios, Rhodes, Mykonos, Santorini, Crete. Yep. And Olympia and Corfu.
Okay.
So yeah, all kinds of the cool. Most of those places I heard of too, so that'll be exciting.
Nice.
Well, a lot of those places I'll go on and before that cruise and the earlier in or fall of 23, so they'll be fresh.
Yeah. The Duchess is saying, actually, before I move to that comment, Mary Ellen said we got to Corfu in 2023, I think.
I believe we do, because that sounds real familiar.
Nice. The Duchess then, for the people who can't cruise for 274 days, starts on Antarctica for 14 days. Seems cool to me to check off that 7th continent. It sure would be. I would be game for Antarctica, that's for sure.
That was one thing I wanted to do this winter when my Alaska cruise got canceled, was do South America and Antarctica, and I'd been looking at that, but didn't go with anything there. That's when I decided to go with the Regent instead. So, so I'm still glad I'm going on a Regent, but now they're not the winners of my World Cruise Choice. So they weren't big enough for me. So.
Duchess says Prague and Paris is a hard choice, but I would actually do Prague again over Paris. I agree 100%.
It's more economical.
Oh, that's for sure. Yeah. If you keep in mind, you can have like a beer for a euro there in the restaurant. That's great. Jamie with a very good comment here. When does your passport expire? Make sure you have at least 6 months left on it at the end of the trip.
Well, that's a good thing. My passport expires at the beginning of 23, so it'll be fairly fresh by the time I go on this trip.
Yeah, it would be. Yeah. Okay.
That's one of the things I've got to do this next year coming up is stay home long enough to allow it to get renewed, because with all of my trips, it's like, however long it takes to send it away and get back, I won't have my passport with me. So I'll have to find a stretch where I will be home and not book anything so I can get it done.
Yeah. Duchess says Celebrity has some deals for 2023, South America and Antarctica. Just Dewey it.
Well, we've been looking at a lot of celebrities because Robert and Maria really enjoyed Apex, and then we're doing The Edge next week, and so they both think that it'd be something I'll really like. So we may end up sticking in more celebrity cruises here in the next few years as well, because they cashed in some of their weekend royals for some celebrity trips next year. So who knows? I just keep trying all these different cruise lines, and eventually I'll find which one I do like the best.
Yeah, that's right. Kim can book us, says the Duchess. Yeah, she sure can. She sure can.
Oh, yeah, she can.
Gary says, no Ibiza, Dewey. You just have to cancel.
Yeah, just done.
Oh, that's so funny.
COVID took care of all the canceling. You're not going to find me canceling too many things on purpose.
No, now Dewey will move and rearrange some things.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. At this time, do we have any more questions for Dewey? Start with the first word, end with the same word. If so, please put them in the chat right now. We are coming up slowly but surely on 2.5 hours, which has been a while since we last done it. I think the last time. Oh, look at that! We got.
It's his name in lights.
It's name in lights. Yes. That's great.
I don't know where I'm going to put them yet, but they look cool.
Yep. Jamie used to work at the passport accepting office. Did not know that. Interesting. The Duchess says, well, you people may be shocked at the pricing of Celebrity 2023, South America, Antarctica. Who's down? Just do it. It's McW. Gary, then, did you check into your Medicare enrollment?
Not yet, but I will.
Yeah, that is one of the things on Dewey's very, 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 very long preparation list before this world cruise is going to start.
I'm
tell you,
scratching my mosquito bites.
you're scratching your mosquito. What mosquitoes?
I got mosquito bites on the cruise.
On the cruise?
Yes.
From
If
where?
there's a mosquito anywhere within miles, it'll find her.
Yeah.
Oh, this one sure did.
It bit me like 3 times and then bit me over here.
The mosquito must have gone on a world cruise to find you.
I know.
My goodness. My goodness. Yeah, so once again, guys, if you do have any questions for Dewey regarding his world cruise that will be coming up, do ask him at this time. We will be wrapping it up here in a few moments. I think we're going to do the guess the background on Friday. Keep it till Friday.
Sure, we can do that.
Because I don't think it's getting a little bit too late for that.
I think so too.
With good cause, good reason, because I very much enjoyed this conversation here tonight. But how exciting that is! I mean, that's just incredible. Truly a traveler's dream.
Yeah.
And hopefully, this will actually be something that's going to happen to more fellow travelers.
I know, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
Not until I do mine first.
What's that?
Not until I do mine first, though.
Yeah. Oh, okay. But I'm saying we can send more people with you.
There you go.
Gary says you got one mosquito.
1.
Just one. That's right. Put some Windex on it. Did you watch My Big Fat Greek Wedding too many times, Raphael? Is that what it is? That's a hilarious movie, by the way.
I know, he loves
Both
it.
of them. They're hilarious. Love those. Thank you all, says Mac W. Absolutely. Absolutely. Dutch is saying, Gary, we're going to have a dance party in Ibiza one day. Oh, boy. Well, Ibiza is very much known as a party island in Spain. So, yeah, no doubt that would be quite a party out there between the two of you. I can only imagine. All right, at this time, if I can have the moderators for the last time this live stream, put the link into Dewey's channel. So that's Dewey's Destinations. If you are not yet subscribed to his channel, please make sure you do, because he will be posting, I don't know how much content about that world cruise on there. And I would imagine that there's going to be some drone footage along with that.
Mm-hmm.
I hope so.
Yeah.
They'll probably have to keep your drone until you're at certain ports where it's allowed.
That'd be fine as long as I can get access to it when they do allow it.
Yeah.
Some of those places would be awesome to get some good footage.
Mm-hmm.
Eric knows this has turned into a night owl edition, actually.
We just ran into it.
We just kind of ran into it, didn't we? 1, 2, 3, smile, and there is the link. Thank you very much, Gary. We appreciate that. Thank you, Raphael. Thank you, Eric. Sherry saying good night. Good night, Sherry. Thank you so much for joining us. McW throwing in some hearts. And Jamie says, I need to play the lottery and win so I can take a world trip. This sounds fabulous.
It really does.
Doesn't it, though?
Is there anything you'd like to close with, Dewey?
I was just about to ask that.
I can't think of anything specific, but I'm sure we'll be talking about this excessively for the next couple of years. So,
wow.
I think he's just speechless.
Yeah, I think it.
Yeah, and it's like I just, especially since I've had days now. It's not like just a couple days and I'm off again. It's like I got all these days I'm sitting home and I'm just constantly looking at information until the point I have to take myself away from the computer and just let my eyes uncross. And oh,
wow. Yeah, that is incredible for sure. Well, I think we're going to be wrapping it up.
I think so too.
So, first of all, big thank you to Dewey for joining us on screen and making that big announcement in our live stream.
Yes,
we feel
thank
honored
you so
for you
much.
doing that.
well, I had to after all. Look at the help I had.
Well, we appreciate it regardless. So, thank you so much for sharing the big news with everyone in our live stream. We hope you get a good time talking to everyone and sharing this with everyone.
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
Good.
I was looking forward to it all day long. Now I don't have to keep my mouth shut.
No.
I mean, we almost had to duct tape Gary.
Yeah.
I know.
My
know.
God.
We're close.
Last night we got very fortunate when he started bringing up stuff that Bill and Lucy just kind of let it slide by, and it's like, oh, thank you. I was so afraid that it was going to become a big topic of discussion on their side last night. And it's like, no, I don't want to reveal it here. I want to reveal it on Neil and Kim's.
Me and Kim had a plan.
Yes.
Well, we appreciate it. So, big thank you to everyone in the chat who showed up for Dewey's breaking news. It was great to have all of you here tonight. Lots of familiar faces, several faces that we haven't seen in a while. That is absolutely wonderful. We do hope to see you back in here more often. If you haven't done so yet, on your way out, please remember to hit those thumbs up for us. We would very much appreciate that. And while you're at it, check and make sure you are subscribed to the channel with the notification bell on. We will be back on Friday at 11 p.m. EST for our Night Owl edition. That is when you will get to guess this background behind us, since we didn't think it was a good idea to do that now, right after this wonderful conversation we just had. Special thank you to our moderators in the chat who made sure that it was actually troll-free from what I saw tonight.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And of course, for all your help with dropping links and everything. It's always appreciated. So thank you so much for that. All right. Until next time, this is Neil.
This is Kimberly.
And this is
Dewey.
All right. Well, then the three of us can say, and this is To Travel and
Tour.
Tour
TV.
TV. Good night.
Bye, everyone.